Hi.
Rated for mature audiences only.
Mature.
If the audio is seeming weird, your options are to refresh or to fiddle with your quality settings, because Twitch sometimes, especially when I first tune into a stream, it does really weird warpy stuff with the audio. I don't know why, but it is a Twitch thing.
Mm-hmm. But do refresh and see if it changes the...
John, can you turn down the volume? I think we cranked it earlier.
Excellent, Aramithius. Excellent. Also, hi!
Hello!
Welcome! Hello! Look at all these wonderful folks. We have the OG Hodgehog here, which is pretty impressive.
As opposed to, like, the knockoff.
Yeah, the
Hodgehog.
knockoff, exactly. Yeah. Hodgehog, exactly. Good times.
How many knockoff Hodgehogs do you know?
You don't know me.
I know at least 2.
Love that. And thanks for the resub, Scruff. We got Crosshair in chat. We got Aramithius. We got Weirdness. No, we're not doing this again, phone. Every time.
Oh, is it trying to be like...
It's decided that I want to talk to it. And I'm like, man, no.
Can I help you?
I'm worried it's going to, like, emergency call someone when it's in my pocket.
I had that happen once.
You might be able to adjust the settings that it's a long press on a button rather than you saying the words.
Right.
That's how I've set it up on my watch anyway.
That's how I've set it up on my watch.
That's how I've set it up on my watch, but like you can do whatever you want, of course.
The only I set up on this watch is the time and the date.
The funny thing is that
set it
Scott
properly?
has worn a watch longer than all of us.
Yes, love a good watch.
Yeah. And then we
Hate
saw that and we were
metal
like, not
band
today.
Watches. Love
Scotty.
fabric band watches. They break on me a lot. I'm very rough with my wrist wear. Take that to the bank.
Ellie Spot rushes in with a bag of popcorn, promptly trips, spilling popcorn all over audience.
Oh no! Oh, it's scalding.
And an entire bottle of Diet Coke.
A bottle. A bottle. Boy.
Just foams and fizzes as it's like tumbling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
And then it falls like onto someone's lap where they've got a bunch of Mentos or whatever, right? And they're just like, whoa!
Yeah, 'cause she was running actually up to her seat in the balcony, so it fell down the steps and then off the balcony.
Into the lap of someone with a bunch of Mentos.
Exactly.
So it explodes. You all understand. Yeah, everyone understands. Yeah.
I was thinking she just had her snacks, right? She had her popcorn, she got her mints, and so she has Mentos and Coke and
popcorn.
Like, she wasn't thinking about the mix. It just happened.
Aramithius asks the question we hoped wouldn't show up.
Darn!
There will be a video that has been recorded. It will be posted minutes after we
Yes,
finish.
soon, very soon. Well, soon.
I can just post it now if you want to vamp.
Yeah, sure.
We can do that.
Yeah. So we'll post it. It's gonna be like less than a minute, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
It's short.
Because I think it's a 60-second cutoff for Twitch trailer or something like that. So yeah, hopefully.
That sounds no. I think that's-
Otherwise, John, speed it to 1.1x.
I can do it from here.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
I'm doing it from over there.
yeah, Aramithius, do check our YouTube channel in a few moments. The RPG Clinic YouTube channel. We just recorded something, and we're going to be really excited to share it through the week as well when it is up.
Purple neck.
Purple neck. Love it.
I don't know.
I'm
about
good.
Purple neck.
I'm fantastic.
Hi,
I hope
everyone.
you're well as well, Requiem.
Yeah, I'm also doing pretty well, actually. Yeah, feels good. And great to be here, certainly. I just noticed, and I feel like it's probably been there for a long time, but Liz has got a condition marked, which just says awesome.
Yeah, that's been there from the beginning.
Oh, great.
Amazing.
Good to know I look at you at all during our sessions, yeah.
You weren't copying my work.
That's good. Good.
You little cheater.
Young Sue, the icon! Yeah, I'm also an icon.
Is that
You're not
your voice
Young
that
Sue.
you're trying out?
Yeah, well... Actually, maybe it is, yeah.
Oh, interesting choice.
I'm gonna have to apply some force to this scenario. That should have been my Benjamin Burble voice, actually. My apologies. Wow.
So I guess I can just make this public like right away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Set as instant
And you
premiere.
put it into the playlist.
Oh fuck! How do I do that?
It should be
It's in the settings while you're uploading it, but that's okay. Make it an instant premiere, and then if you just go to the
Damn creepy.
video, you can like it. Yeah, settings.
I'm
If you
sure it
scroll
is.
down.
So
under the
oh, there it is.
description,
Playlists.
And then
Avatar Legends of Mirror Scale.
yeah.
Sassy, bit bumbly, Don. slightly arrogant and judgy Yongsu.
It is 1 minute and 3 seconds.
Twitch!
I literally think we won't be able to upload it to Twitch.
Is that because of the blooper?
No, that's...
Oh, the
that's
blooper separate?
Okay. We will reveal the blooper on our Discord.
We can always just
We'll figure
accelerate
it out.
it
Yeah, we'll
slightly.
figure
Yeah,
it out
1.1,
later.
yeah.
But
Hey! Thank you. If you subscribe, you also get an A from us, or something.
Or a
There we go.
boo,
It's uploaded.
If you prefer.
Thank you, John.
Are you able to grab the link quickly and yeet it into the...
Yep, I can do that. 1 sec.
It's all good, Crosshair, as long
Yeah,
as you
share
don't
the
mind
link.
us correcting you every time. I get it.
Fail to send. Oh, because I'm not connected.
no.
Hot diggity!
Thank you
Hey,
for
Kung
the
Fu Fenris!
reset.
Whoa!
Hey.
32 months, you folks.
Tier 2, no less. Well.
There, Loom of Fate will
Yay!
post in a row.
Loom. Thank you, Loom.
It's already done it.
It looks like it, yeah.
What if I post it a trillion more
You
times?
can post it in the...
I'll throw it in the Discord just so
The bot will probably ping within the next half hour that there's a new video, but yeah, throw it in the Avatar channel.
I'll delete it if need be.
Oh, no. It's okay, it'll be in a different place.
We're organized.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
like,
John, this is an RPG channel. What is this? Oh.
The thumbnail didn't show up, so it just has
yeah, I've got a poop.
a cartoon poop,
Yeah, that's okay.
which
I'll-
seems
I'll
fitting
make
all the
a-
same.
I'll make a.
I don't trust you. You're tricksy and false.
What? Love that.
Night.
And I have put the recap in the right place.
Thank
On
you.
the, in the playlist.
Excellent.
Look at me. I did a thing.
Excellent, Kung Fu Fenris. You'll want to have your attention undivided. You know, we sold you the whole seat, but you're only gonna need the edge.
It's good because the rest of your seat is covered in popcorn from belly spots.
Mine's got a nice gel cushion on it. Very cozy. Thank you. It's gonna be exciting, Kung Fu Fenris. Just that's
If
all.
anybody gets the gel cushion, it should be the person who won Millionaire.
Oh, is that how we're gonna do it? We're gonna just
That's
pass,
the prize.
like you get to keep the booster seat. Yeah.
That's still. I'm not gonna say it's one of my greatest shames because there is a GIF of me trying to open a bag of bread with my teeth. Like I know it's not.
That's
one
your
of my,
greatest shame?
I mean, that's one of. I mean, it's also one of my most.
Do you
exciting
remember the
moments.
question that you got wrong?
There are a lot of questions floating around in my mind right now from the latter 3 or 4. Right now, I don't know.
How many secret babbies did Derek have?
Infinite, correct. Doodle-doo.
Who is Brahms' current wife canonically?
Dun 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 dun. Oh, this is very bad.
I've had a great.
Hang on,
many
I have to
notes.
ask my son.
I know it starts with a K.
I
think.
We need a name.
Goo. Goo, who is your mother?
Thank you.
And is your mother my current wife?
It's your mother. Current.
Goo. Thank
Oh,
you
sorry.
for the sub Crosshair.
Aiden and Goo.
Odd.
I mean, the worst part is I couldn't remember Aiden legitimately for a second, so I was like, I'll go with Gus. Fuck that up.
If you have Amazon Prime, you too can get a free subscription to any channel on Twitch once per month. You just have to remember to click the button again.
Which, obviously, we love when they are us.
But also,
That's lovely.
maybe there's someone else's emotes that you'd rather have. Maybe you just hate half seconds.
I love the fact that you're like, okay, let's plug this, and then immediately, or someone else that's not us. Sure.
Boo.
We are firm believers in only subscribe to us if that is comfortable for you.
Yeah.
Oh my god, of course.
For the love of God,
Yeah.
don't put yourself out for us.
No, you're not putting yourself out is
The guilt
important.
would kill us.
Comfort is important, as is the most important thing on this channel, safety. That's the
Thank
most
you,
important thing.
Pooh.
We have, thank you, Poop, by the way. We, so uncomfortable. We have these lovely safety cards available to us for our safety and comfort. You in the audience don't have these cards for your safety, but you do have options. I'm gonna get to those in a minute. What do these cards mean? The green card, the play card, indicates that the person who is showing it is feeling safe. despite any appearance to the contrary. The yellow card, the pause card, is an indication that the person who's holding it needs to make something known to the table. My goodness, there's a lot of subs happening. Thank you all very much. Wonderful. Once the card goes down, play can resume. The red card, the stop card, however, brings an immediate stop to what is happening in the game. Because we're streaming, we'd probably go to a BRB screen to resolve. Once everybody, especially the person who is holding the red card, is safe and ready to continue, play could resume. Like I mentioned before, of course, you in the chat do not have these cards available to you, although if you do want them, RPGClinic.com, there's a safety tools tab. You can take a look at them there. But you do have options for your own safety, which is paramount to us. If you need to make us if you need to make us aware of something, you can message us. You can whisper RPG Clinic. We'll all see it. We have chat on a big screen here. You can also message a mod. In the chat today, we have the Safety Wolf, Kung Fu Fenris, we have She Who Knows 10,000 Things, Aragwen, and we have the Chaos Lord, the Crosshair, is also here. You can message any one of them, and we can keep feedback anonymous. If those are not appropriate for your own safety, we also encourage you to leave the chat if you feel like you need to, or the stream. We don't want to see you go, but we really feel like it's of paramount importance to keep yourself safe. So do that. And thank you.
Thank you.
Of course.
And thank you, everyone throwing gift subs at each other. I feel like there's like a gift sub food fight going on in
It's
chat.
really sweet, honestly.
Comfortable sub-palooza.
Yeah. Normally, session 2 is kind of like a, whoa, what are we doing here, But everyone's throwing.
Put the
things
pressure on.
Oh,
No,
we know
I just
what
mean
we're
like
doing.
people are throwing subs around. It's great. Choo choo, foot. Yay, Ellie's
Pushing the
talking. Thank you all
train
very
on.
much. Yeah. So
That's a cool ass dolphin. That dolphin's got rad shades.
rad.
Wait, devil arm wrestle each other?
Like light
What?
John and dark John, like dark side John.
Like,
There's a dark side, John?
I mean,
well, there's a good twin.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a good twin bad.
I'm not arm wrestling my twin on stream.
No. But, no, not.
I will arm wrestle John.
Yay.
So if we hit a level 10 hype train, it better be enough to pay for a goddamn plane ticket.
Yeah.
Well, no, 4 plane tickets, right? Because we would all go to boot.
I thought we would send Pook a boat.
A boat.
Sure, why not?
We live on a river.
Yeah, we'll just take the boat all the way, like, down through the Panama Canal, around, down
Panama
Lawrence
Canal.
River.
Man, the Trans-Canada
I mean,
Highway
if we
really
can get an
screws
airship in
Trans-Canada
time, sure, we can do
Yeah.
that too.
along. An airship.
And my passport.
Jetsu. A Puka Jetsu sold.
Pukajetsu.
Transform and roll
The jet
out.
setter, more like. Autobots roll out. It's a wild day today.
I'm trying to think what would be more efficient if you were leaving from Seattle by boat. Would it be to go up and around Alaska, or would it be to go down and through the Panama
It's
Canal?
gotta be that one.
Either
Yeah.
way, I hope it's live streamed.
Alaska,
I
like
would
the
tune
Northwest Passage? Like, no, man. I don't think so. I don't think so. Damn.
All games are heteronormative and sexless?
That
Holy
would be the
shit.
evil version.
That
of
is
Doing
dark
Us.
side.
That is
That's bad
anti-dark.
news.
I don't know if I'd want to touch that version of John.
That's fair. That's a good point, Eric.
I don't know.
Chill
Fishermen up
lives.
there live pretty chill lives.
Well, she's gotten older. She's aged
With her
slightly.
wisdom, so too does she age, yes.
What the fuck?
That's
There's a lot
Aragorn's
happening.
canonical voice.
I mean, we have canonical voices, fine. But we're about to be introduced to our first canonical voice. Well, it's not technically our first canonical voice, but I imagine that some people may want to know what happened last session.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, let's have a look.
Tatik returns, but so does Chu and his Chuns of the Hot Rocks Triad, looking to pressure our dashing heroes into giving up the Water Tribe courier. After a tea shop fight, Dan, Youngsu, and Bao send them packing to prison. But what's in Tatik's mystery package? And what is the mysterious Fire Nation bounty hunter Nao Oda doing at Dan's temple?
Yay.
Yay.
Ken.
Maybe
Ken.
I
No.
I do like how I'm API error. Cop.
Find out next time.
Yeah, there's something fucky going on
Eh,
here.
I mean, there's always something, right? At least you can hear all of us. I feel like that's wonderful.
Yeah.
This is very
Exactly.
exciting.
The OG Hotcheg. Stay tuned.
Congrats on all your emotes, folks.
Yay. That looks like maybe a sloth and a cow eating a cookie. I'm just
Amazing.
I mean, from
Is it a
from this
hippopotamus? Yeah,
Oh, it is.
a
It's a hippo eating a
hippopotamus.
cookie. My apologies.
Oh, we love hippos on there.
We famously hate them on your channel. That's different.
No, we respect
We're scared
them.
of them. Oh, right, respect.
Yes,
Give them
a healthy
respect
risk.
they deserve.
That's great.
Look at that catty.
Look at that. It's so,
That's
my God, Pook.
I
that's
relate
like
to that on a whole other level.
how does that resolution on the
No, I don't know. I
Poocino
feel
is
like
so much.
yeah, hippo chocolate. I love it.
I'm enjoying my tea. Thank you.
Correct, Crosshair. We have adjusted that so that it automatically goes away.
Tech. We're still shouting tech sometimes. Look, reading. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, I get my money where I can, and I get it through branded sponsorship. If anyone from Twitch is watching, I'll obviously wear whatever clothes you want.
I do own a Twitch shirt.
That's right.
Yeah.
It just says message deleted right across the chest. I got it when I was having to deal with the fact that all the work that I'd been doing at work just kept
Getting
going away.
disappeared. I'll contact John Twitch. Yes, hello, this is John Twitch. What can I do for you? Are we not improvising? Like, I thought this was an RPG. No, Kung Fu Fenders, it's a previously on. Don't worry
Previously
about it.
on.
Yay. Yeah.
I'm doing everything wrong, apparently.
You're doing everything just right, baby.
Baby.
John. Should
Darwin?
yeah. How are you, John?
Does anybody have any questions before we start? Because it looks like we should probably get into this.
I think
Nope.
so, yeah.
No questions. No, we shouldn't get into this.
What? Who?
Never mind.
No questions.
No questions.
Anybody from you out there in Chatland? Those of you who have deigned it. No questions. I've never been referred to as an honor, but I'm an honor with a U.
Yeah.
Someday you'll get hype hands too. Oh, because it's an otter hype hands one. Ah.
Half a heart. That's what it is. I was trying to figure out this little thing was.
So the crosshair definitely has a question.
Yeah.
The person who was visiting the goddamn Pook. Them is fighting words, my
I can't help that Americans are too lazy to type the extra letter.
Mention the letter Z. Mention the letter Z.
Come on, I'll fucking kill you. Okay.
Oh god.
The crosshair, the person who was to be visiting Don's temple, or the temple where Don exists. Not works. It's works is wrong. Very good, critter. Is Nao Oda, the person who we believe to be a Fire Nation bounty hunter. Now, we have not met this person yet, so I'm always a little suspicious.
Rumored to be hot on the heels of
Tatik.
Tatik.
Yeah. But Don was like, "Oh, that's tomorrow," and then Don's friend Dai Hong was like, "She's here now," or whatever.
Yeah, there's been a delegation of VIPs from the Fire Nation, and Don knew this, but like didn't know any of them by name, and just found out that like the VIP of the VIPs is now Oda.
Very importantest person.
Yes, exactly.
And correct Kung Fu Fenders. Nao Oda. Now.
Any stranger is automatically evil. That's how it always works. Yes. Just remember, a stranger's just a friend you haven't fucked. You haven't fucked.
Yet.
Streetcar.
Orleans, do. That's a great.
Honestly, Pook, honestly.
Right? Thing is, I'm putting the Canadian U into, which sounds like a euphemism, but it's not, I promise. I'm putting it into words where it doesn't belong now, which is bad. I'll think of an example sometime during the stream, and I'll scream it. Yeah. Yes.
That's one way of looking at it, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the one, Eric went.
Need a dispenser here. All right. So,
Oh.
are we ready to go again?
I believe we are.
After all of that. I see. I'm not a politician. I make a very bad politician. Please, I just pushed it again. I make a very bad politician. I don't think that I have the capacity to be able to sort of listen to everybody, gather all the information about what my constituents want, and then entirely ignore them, force my own agenda, and then convince them that it was my idea in the first place. That's kind of a weird position for me to be in. So playing a politician, though, for some reason, I find that a lot easier. Just the idea that I can be like, okay, well, here I am a leader, and then I don't have to worry because I don't have to do the polls for anybody else. I don't have to ask. I don't have to know what they want. But Republic City exists already. And Republic City is a city that kind of, they made it very clear that a lot of people feel a lot of different ways about a lot of different things. I don't know where the three of you land on a lot of the issues that were presented in the show. But I do know that there's at least some kind of alliance that we've set up here. Whether or not it's going to be tested today, I look forward to finding out when the three of you figure out that you have agreed with each other or disagreed, and why. But mostly, do you like boba tea? Because that's apparently the only thing that matters now in the entire game.
Yeah. Need a good motif.
Motif.
Tea.
When we last left off, Don, you were headed back to your you had actually arrived back at your temple you're just outside your temple.
Yeah, I ran into another, shall we call them acolytes, followers?
Acolytes would be the correct.
I ran into an acolyte named Dae Hong, who basically reminded Don that there is a delegation from the Fire Nation that is here. And they're going to be officially welcomed tomorrow, but Don found out that one of the members of the delegation is Nao Oda, who we recognize as the bounty hunter who is potentially after Tatik. When the three of us were originally hired by Tarkhan of the Hot Rocks Triads, we were kind of doing some digging, and we found a picture of Tarkhan and Nao Oda showing that the two of them were maybe conspiring to capture, secure Tatik. So we don't trust Nao Oda necessarily right now, having never met her.
And for Youngsu and for Bao, you were headed
To the docks. We were eating our noodles, and then we were headed to the docks to make sure that Tatik is all right. We were to meet up with him by the Sea Prunes stall, I
Yep.
seem to recall is
Yep.
what we said. That famous docks landmark in Republic City.
A part of the docks, since we've heard he's
Yep.
It's just a little loud, so we're gonna turn this down slightly here. Sea prunes are a water tribe delicacy, very specifically the Southern Water Tribe. And the stall that's set up is as kitschy as you can get for a Water Tribe stall. We're talking like whale bones stretched out for the countertop. The people behind the sort of the tabletop in front are all dressed in very traditional Water Tribe garb. It smells like sea prunes,
Yeah.
which for some is a comforting scent of home, and for others is gag reflex inducing. The person behind the counter has a beard right down to the center of his chest and greets you with wide open arms, bowls in front of him with all kinds of one kind of stew. You two look like discerning individuals.
At least one of us, anyway. Kick a rock into the water. Like I'm not at the person. I'm just like, ugh. Oh shit! Oh my god! Woo woo woo! Take him away, boys.
Bake them away, toys. Do what the kid says.
But I'm kicking at a rock and kind of scooting it into the water.
That we are.
How many bowls can I get you?
You just.
And
Save one to be warm later. Is it warm or cold?
the stew?
Yeah.
The stew is warm.
I'm asking the gentleman.
Oh. Can't you see the steam, boy?
I guess I've never had this before. Why don't you tell me about it? Sorry.
Sit right down, my friend, and let me tell you about the lovely ecology surrounding the Southern Water Tribe. And he just starts going off.
Fuck.
Did you know that there's 8 different kinds of sea prunes that you can find in this one region of the ocean alone? That, of course, if you wanted to be authentic, you would have to import sea prunes all the way from the Southern Water Tribe up to Republic City, which is, in fact, most of the, latitudinal distance
of
this
the world.
of this world. Is it a flat plane? Is it a
Youngsu's eyes, like he's trying really hard, but I'm sure they are glazing over at this like diatribe coming out of him.
Bow. Just like urges Youngsu into.
But there's a secret. It is remarkably well spiced. Clearly, whoever this person is has sourced spices from all over the world. You can tell that there's some hot flakes in from the Fire Nation. There's fist bump.
Nice.
I was specifically like, this is gonna be terrible, and I'm gonna wish that it had more heat to it. But
And there's
Yeah.
some Earth Kingdom cardamom,
Oh, nice.
Star of Anise.
Oh, lovely.
Depending on how you feel about sea prunes, this could actually be the greatest sea prune stew that you've ever had. It could also be the only sea prune stew you've ever had. But he sits there and he crosses his arms, looking like the cat who's like just caught the mouse. Very smug and self-satisfied.
Hey, this is pretty good. And I just like slurp up a whole sea prune, which presumably are mushy when you bite into them.
Yeah, they're basically sea urchins,
Yeah.
but without the spikes.
This is really good.
as was said, we are discerning.
Yes.
We know the best places to eat in Republic City.
I bet you're a native water tribe.
The answer may surprise you. Do you like?
Did you know that all peoples come from the water tribes? This is absolutely not true.
That's like what?
Excuse me?
What do you mean? My family's been living in the same village for generations.
And generations before that, and like back and back and back, we all came from the water.
I grew up hearing that we were formed from the earth
Now,
because we are creatures of. And I like slap my own arms a little bit, you know.
the earth.
But I've heard that Our very essence, that which makes us who we are, is a flame.
I like that.
And
But-
the breath of life obviously came from air, and that is why we have the 4 elements available to us.
What are you gonna breathe the fire into? Earth. To make it go.
Now, you two kids look like you know a lot about the world. Would you like the special dessert? And he
Special dessert.
lifts up a cloth over one of the bowls, and inside are little plastic bags on this bowl of some kind of powder.
What is it?
It's a special dessert. Only for those of the most discerning quality. They look like drugs.
Yeah, I
Oh, should we have this?
think we'll pass for today, but thank you so much.
You didn't really tell us what it is.
It's dessert.
What?
It'll put a smile on your face, guaranteed.
Is he? Can I try to figure out if he's got something to hide?
I mean, you
Are
can.
you trying to assess
I would
the
love
situation?
to. I would love to.
Yeah, you can assess the
Assess the
situation.
situation. I guess I would then. Well, anyway, I'll do it first, and then we'll see where
Yeah,
we're at.
roll with creativity.
I got a 6.
So you
Exactly.
can spend a fatigue if
Not
you want
enough.
to help him out.
To discern what's going on?
Well, I would probably ask like, what should I be on the lookout for? But I don't think that. To be completely honest with you, I'm just like,
Yeah, Valdine's and their drugs.
what?
So, we are going
We don't like to call them drugs around here.
that was quietly said
Oh,
to my
okay.
partner. I'm just trying to make sure that the audience can hear me
you
because
imagine?
I have been too quiet, so I'm going to attempt to project more.
Okay.
Their drugs. Ugdres.
Fire Nation, I get you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Bow aside and put my hand kind of on the staff at my
Yeah.
back. We're gonna take him out.
Why?
Doing his service to the community.
For selling a product?
Yeah. Probably something that's harmful. Probably something that's gonna get kids hooked on drugs. I'm sorry.
This is Young Sue's stance on drugs. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Young
This is a
Sue's
discovery.
Straight
I
edge
mean,
Young
this is
Sue.
kind of like-
Holy shit.
Fine. Okay, great.
Young Sue's going hard on dare.
I was gonna say my parents raised me on rice and dare. That's what they raised me on.
Oh my
I'm serious, Bow. What? Think of the damage this guy could be causing to the community right now. God, I hate Republic City, and I kick another rock in the fucking water.
Ploop.
Look at him. Look at his stand. Where are all these
Garish.
children? Where are all these people being affected? Where are the piles of people who are suffering at his hands?
Hidden probably under the stall.
You really
Incidentally,
think-
I said they looked like drugs. I just
Right?
want
No,
to
I
make
know.
sure that that's
To be clear, yeah. To be extra clear.
Oh yeah, he still has that angry status.
You
doesn't
see
he?
what I'm-
I see what you're doing
See
now.
what the role
very
play
nice.
is here. Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
Oh.
If I break something important, I can clear anger.
This stand would not be considered important to you,
Oh, to me? No, you're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
or to your,
Maybe I just
or
wanna
to
break
your
it anyway, yeah.
cause.
Or lash out at a friend.
Flash out with my 3 section staff. Oh, jeez, Louise. Fine. Sorry, Val. We're waiting for Tatik, right? Let's just wait.
Tatik. He leans forward onto his whalebone table. So you know of Tatik.
Yeah, I heard a few things, and I'll lean.
He's a regular customer. Really enjoys the dessert. You sure you won't try some?
We were hoping to maybe. He's an honorable man. We were hoping to maybe impart a gift to him when he arrives. Do you think he would? Do you think he'd prefer the dessert?
Tatik at this
Oh.
point approaches
Great. Perfect.
from behind. He pushes past a few of the air acolytes who are wandering around on the pier. What are you doing?
Oh,
That stuff is terrible.
but the spices.
No. The stew is great.
Oh.
That? And he points at the dessert. It's so sweet. It'll dry out your mouth.
Oh.
It's basically pure sugar.
Can we buy you a bowl of stew?
So he takes a look up and down, and you get the distinct impression that he's trying to
Like
determine.
turn my back to the air acolytes.
He's trying to determine whether or not you have more money than he does.
Damn.
How fancy are you dressed?
Damn.
Val dresses like not in a flashy way, but quality material.
If he were discerning himself, I feel like he
Yes.
might be able to put that together. Yeah.
Thank you. I'd appreciate that.
And I will do so.
It's not just sugar, you know. It also has sea salt.
That honestly could be pretty delicious.
Sweet and savory. Yum, yum, yum.
Yum, yum, yum.
Sorry, I'm not here.
I never got the taste for it. The sweeter things in life are difficult at times.
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, if you add water, it becomes taffy. Laffy Taffy.
I think we're gonna
Smack happy Laffy Taffy.
I think we're gonna leave this shopkeep behind now. I think we're gonna.
I'm glad that you were able to rejoin us.
Now, don't forget, and he pulls out a card, and he just goes wham, wham, wham 3 times with a stamp, and then hands it over to you. It has 10 things, and at the end of 10 rows,
Yep.
there's a remarkable likeness of him with his long beard, just doing this.
We'll have to come back.
What do we?
You get a
Perhaps it's
special
fun.
prize if you come back for the 10th.
Is it dessert?
What is the prize?
Yeah.
Oh, it's better than dessert. Thank you. Maybe we could...
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's
Are you all right?
As we're moving away.
do a review that we sent Chu and his
Tunes.
tunes.
Yeah, you're right.
Pat
different.
on their way with we beat him up and then the cops showed up.
Yeah,
right?
basically, yeah.
Recap.
Whatever. A couple of cops showed up and took them in. It was a bit. Well, there were more of them maybe than we expected, but we got a good few hits in.
It looks like I owe you more than I once thought. Thank you. And he bows. You get the distinct impression that some of the air acolytes are paying attention to you. Not you as a group. Not,
Okay.
So-
Yeah, but no, that's
I
fair
was
though. Yeah.
specifically keeping
can
my
put up a-
back to them. And then perhaps you will buy us the next meal.
Of course. And then you hear some giggling from the air acolytes. One of them is blushing furiously, and then if you look, all of them just immediately turn around. They look about 15, 16.
Someone's got a fan.
Are you sure that it's me?
Yeah. You're famous. Look at you.
I never asked for fame.
Well, no. In the
I'm known among mega corporations, not among the Air Nation.
it's a certain kind of thing, okay? Some of us don't have anything to our names and nobody knows who we are.
So Young Soo,
Yeah.
what are you wearing currently?
I am currently wearing I'm wearing a very relatively simple kind of like canvas like trousers would be adequate for farming, and just a very simple vest over bare chest, bare arms.
And how long is your hair?
Oh, it is short cropped, actually.
Short cropped.
I wish it could flutter in the breeze. Perhaps next season,
Well,
Yeah.
the
it will grow long.
you get the distinct impression that the vest is like fluttering a little bit.
Stop it. I'm just kidding.
My nip nops.
Okay, interesting. I don't know if how Youngsu would react to this if this is happening, where he's like, if he's gonna figure out that perhaps they're looking at him, he might be very surprised.
The air nomads giggle and immediately like start running off
Okay.
away from the pier once you have looked around a little bit.
We don't need to be like worried about them, right?
Have you ever had any need to worry about any of the Air Nation?
No, but I've been in Republic City long enough that there's threats around every corner. And you know that too. You know that too. Everybody knows that. It's a dangerous place.
Of being convinced to never lift a hand in anger. The threat of being convinced that a vegetarian diet is the best way of life. The threat of being convinced that sky bison make good pets might be huge and probably kind of.
Watch.
That's not a probable, by the way. I imagine that you have been at one point close to a sky bison. They have a particular aroma.
Musk, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I've never seen a sky bison before, but like, I guess.
No, I'm sorry. I assume that if you've been in Republic City,
Oh, that you've
you'd
probably
like
seen
at
them
least
around.
seen
That's
them
fair,
like
yes.
around the
Oh,
Air
Temple Island, yes.
Yeah.
But maybe not
Absolutely.
up close.
Retcon. I've never met one.
Yeah.
Shall we say? Hello, I am Youngsu.
What?
Honestly, they'd probably.
No, I'd be so cute.
Yeah.
I'm just. This Tarkon guy obviously sent basically everybody he knew after Tatik, and he's gonna keep coming back. Haiming's shop isn't safe. I'm worried.
Let's head back.
You're concerned for time. I was about to say Ty Lee, and I'm like, that's not.
Whoop.
That's an entirely different person. You're concerned for.
Probably dead.
She's.
I was
Oh,
gonna say
I
she's probably
think
dead,
she's
yeah.
very dead. You're concerned. Anyway.
Should be 99.
It's true.
Possible. Your concern for Kai Ming is admirable. I shall endeavor to find a new place to live. If you believe that she remains in danger.
We scared him off pretty good, and I don't think they're all going away for a long time. Okay, maybe there's no danger there. I just feel like we've already told you, Batik, that thing you're carrying. There's obviously danger around it.
He glances down at his satchel and then back up at you.
Should we get somewhere less pub?
Yes. No, we have to wait for Dawn. Yes.
Guys?
Wait, there's 3 of us.
Can we get to a more advantageous spot?
Yes, I think that these are the docks along which are situated a number of shops. I would hope that there would be a little promenade above this level of the docks along the water.
On
where
the
we could-
boardwalk.
The boardwalk, that makes a little more sense. Where we could observe basically down towards the shops.
Out on the sun.
Under the boardwalk.
I made a terrible mistake.
Yeah, you can wander the boardwalk for a bit. Now, as much as you are wandering the boardwalk, could you describe your order again for people who may not know much about it?
Yes.
In fact, let's do this diegetically.
Ooh!
Yes, she nods as though she understands.
Oh, thank you so much.
That's good. Perfect. Oh, it comes up a lot often.
A well-to-do looking business person steps out of their satomobile, looking up at the temple and then pulling out a camera and taking a photograph of it. The temple rises up about 4 stories. It's not huge. Your order is very well respected, but at the same time, it's not like it has a ton of money. It's getting there, like it's building, but
I think its main source of income is from is when VIPs show up and maybe stay at the temple for a few days, because I feel like they pay a great deal of money for that privilege. I think that's where their income comes from primarily.
Ooh, it's so very nice. What is this place? Asking you, who clearly have you changed into acolyte robes?
I'm still wearing my, I'm not wearing my robes. I only change into my robes for the rituals and the ceremonies, but I'm still wearing the sage colors of the temple.
Okay.
The green. So I can be associated with it. And so I kind of I'm still digesting the news that Nao Oda is going to be here.
She's looking at you with shining eyes.
Hello. Welcome to the Order of Passage.
The Order of Passage?
Yes.
Passage through what?
Right. Well, this is actually a very old order, although we've only had this name for a few years. So we used to be known as the Order of Shared Knowledge. And the purpose of the order was to wander the land and to gather questions and tomes and artifacts and relics, and then deliver those to, have you heard of the Library of Lan Shi Tong?
She gets this, I am very educated and I don't know squat look. Just crosses her face. Yes.
It is
It's very good. Very good.
the most replete library to ever exist.
Of course.
And it kind of exists on a plane between the spirit realm and our world.
The spirit realm.
Yes, have you seen the portal in town? And I point to the giant, column of light.
Yeah.
It's very green.
Yes, so there are 3 portals. There's one at the North Pole, the South Pole, and there's one right here. And the order is kind of tied to that because when this library, this huge famous library vanished, it was kind of pulled back into the spirit realm, hidden from humanity. We weren't allowed to go in it. We were too war hungry. We established the Order of Passage from the Order of Shared Knowledge to kind of help people find answers that they might be seeking within the spirit realm rather than in the library.
There is something that I've been seeking from the spirit realm.
Oh, would you like to tell me about it?
Yes, I would love a spirit as a pet.
Okay, well, that's not really how that works.
Or a servant.
No, they exist on a realm that is parallel to ours, but there's also some crossover. And they very much have their own stuff to deal with, just
But I
as
don't
we
like
have
doing
ours.
laundry.
They're not subservient to
So-
us.
As you're saying this, 2 other of the acolytes behind you they look like Young-Soo. There you go.
Yeah.
There's
They
very
have
much an
increased
indignation that's building up.
Exactly.
Yeah. So people visit them and they may make offerings to them, and we can help in terms of rituals that will help you open your mind to questions that you might have of the spirit world. But
They would love to live at my house.
they have their own things to do. Don't you? If someone just showed up at your house and said, I would like you to live at my house and do all my cleaning for me, do you think you'd like that?
And then behind you, someone says, yeah, you do have something better to do. Leave.
Damn, the Order of Passage is sassy.
But think about that, right?
That makes sense.
The spirit world is so different from ours, but there's also similarities too. And there needs to be respect if there's going to be shared knowledge.
Oh, respect.
Yes.
I'll see if I can buy some. And the business person gets back into their car.
We have plenty of crystals and talismans and amulets for sale if you look.
Wow.
Damn it, I was never good at the pitch.
Don, are you here to make sure that we're prepared for our guests tomorrow?
Yes, I am. I do have a quick errand to run first. Yes.
What kind of errand?
I noticed our pantry was looking a little sparse, and I thought that maybe I should head to the market.
Oh, Don. Seekers don't need to go to the market just to buy food.
Who else is gonna seek the food?
Well, I will. Just tell me what you need and I'll go and get it.
I really don't mind. I could use the exercise.
Looks you up and down. You look... Are you sure about that?
Yes.
You look pretty toned.
Thanks.
Okay.
This is still Daehong, right?
Yeah.
Or is this someone else? Okay, cool.
No, just hurry back when you can.
I won't be gone long. Is there anything else I can pick up while I'm out?
Do you think you can pick up some sea prune dessert?
I think I could stop by the harbor on my way. Okay, what's this dessert anyway?
Sugar drugs.
They'll tell you.
Okay, sure.
Get some for yourself.
Okay,
It's marvelous.
will do.
They come in little bags.
Could you, if Yating especially asks after me, I wasn't here.
Yating is...
What? Something wrong with them?
Yating left shortly after you did, and we don't know where they are.
What?
You left without telling people where you were going.
Yeah, but I always come back.
So does Yating.
Okay.
I thought they were going after you.
I will keep an eye out for them while I'm on my errands. Thank you for letting me know.
I'm so looking forward to this new group. Maybe they'll ask you to go out into the spirit world with them.
Yeah, maybe. That would be fun.
Enjoy.
Thanks.
I'm looking forward to my dessert.
I'll be right back with it. And I bolt out of there.
Is it the like walk?
Yeah.
Run,
It's
run,
like
run, run.
keep it
Oh, that's my
natural
favorite.
and then sprint.
Sand bending behind you to like create.
Oh, nice.
I hop on my little sand hoverboard and just let it take me away.
Is that a thing? Yeah.
I wish.
Oh.
Could it be a thing? No, it's fine.
Maybe
I'll
Sandbenders bend sand into their sail. Like they basically, because they don't bend air,
Yeah.
they bend sand.
Yeah.
And
So
they make like little like sailboats, basically, right? From what I remember.
And the best sandcastles.
Oh, well,
You aren't even ready for our beach episode.
Oh my god.
Oh shit!
Oh my god.
That's a perfect replica of Republic City.
somehow Palpatine returned.
Achoo! No!
That'd be so distressing.
I'll do it again.
Damn it.
So once out of sight of the temple, I am running as quickly as I can, trying not to attract too much attention, looking for Yating, and also looking for, well, keeping an eye out for these chuckles at the harbor.
So are you looking? Which one are you prioritizing here?
Yating.
Oh damn.
I know where to go for the harbor, so I'm going in the direction of the harbor, but I'm looking for Yating on the way.
Big city.
It's a huge city, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it looks like you're trying to assess the situation.
Yeah.
So why don't you roll me your creativity, or roll with creativity?
Love to do this.
Come on.
9.
Okay. So you have several questions which you can choose from. Do you have your
Yes.
move list there? Why don't you?
If I say no, how about what should I be on the lookout for?
So the Hot Rocks triad is basically resolved here. The last remaining ones that had any interest in messing with you personally has been taken in to the Republic City jail, as it were. So what you really have to be on the lookout here for right now are members of the Order of Passage who don't who would have a vested interest in figuring out what you're trying to do when you're out. So I would avoid members of your order, if at all possible.
Probably should have put on an old cloak or something to
It's not necessarily
disguise
too late for
myself.
that.
But I'm not thinking about that right now. It occurs to me when I'm too far from the temple, and I go, so I just throw in a few glances behind me as though that's gonna help.
You could like reverse your shawl.
Yeah, I do that, and I take my hair down as though that's gonna somehow.
Somehow, and for some reason now, everyone wants to take you to prom.
Hey, take off my glasses. I take my hair down and I swap my shawl.
Alternately, you put on your glasses and put your hair up. It's really kind of like the point is the change.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Everyone has the best suggestions.
Sandbeard.
Hello.
I am so here for Sandbeard.
I'm kind of disappointed now that I didn't take the move of like the elaborate disguise, the silly disguise. That would.
You're in your grace period.
I mean, I took walk this way, but it's not a silly disguise. It's a way of my being like, this is how you act like you're a rich pump.
Rich pump.
Can't wait for that to backfire
Yeah.
spectacularly.
However, Yeting is not anywhere where you can see them.
Okay.
Do you want to just tell people who that is?
Yeah, Yating is the guide of the Order of Passage, which basically means they hold the highest position in the hierarchy in the order. And they were the one who found Don when Don was left on the steps of the temple as a baby, and has also been Don's kind of biggest champion when Don wants to learn dancing or go for long walks or basically not do one of her like very strict trainings. Yating was a cheerleader for her.
That's nice.
There's a lot of affection for Yating. Yeah. So this makes
So you're headed down to the
me
harbor?
nervous. Yep. Headed to the harbor.
You meet the three as they're walking along the boardwalk. Tatik seems surprisingly knowledgeable about where the various ships in the harbor have departed from or are coming in, saying, this one heads off towards the northern part of the Earth Kingdom. That looks like a Fire Nation ship, but it's actually going to be headed towards the Northern Water Tribe. Just has a lot of that kind of... He must have spent a lot of time here in the harbor.
Sorry, I'm late. Oh,
Yeah. You have like responsibilities and stuff, right? It's all
Miss,
good.
are you sure that you're all right? You seem out of breath.
I have some things on my mind. Is it safe to talk here?
Everyone here is more concerned with their own purchases and their own lives.
Okay. Oh, that smells good. Looking at the stew.
Like some of it left. Yeah, sure. Do you want some?
Oh, is this where the dessert is?
Wait, how do you know about that?
I promised
point
someone I
back
would bring back some
towards where the
dessert.
stall is.
I'll be right off to get the dessert and a.
Well, hello, little lady.
Hi. I would like a stew and a dessert. Two desserts, please. I was supposed to try one myself.
2 desserts.
Yeah.
He lifts up, so he has also a row of bowls up above the stall, so he lifts one up and he flourishes it down, and it's steaming up. Smells like sea prunes.
Sure.
But also apparently cardamom and star of anise.
I mean, it
Ah,
sounds
very nice, very nice.
delicious.
Chili flakes.
Chili flakes, yeah.
Hot flakes.
Fire flakes, yes.
Fire flakes. And then he reaches in and he pulls out 2 little bags. So these are like little paper baggies. And when he squeezes it to pop it open, it looks like it has this little white powder on the inside.
I'm like definitely trying to look.
Looks good. Thank you.
How did you know about the desserts?
I heard from a friend.
Now, do you have a loyalty card?
No. Oh,
Oh,
yes.
you followed?
Well, that's a question. I don't know.
You
Whether,
absolutely could.
I would not have run after. I would have walked.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You would have
Moseying
taken it wouldn't. You wouldn't have been that far.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like we arrived just in time for me to flourish out the loyalty card.
Yes.
Is she with you?
I am with them, yes.
Roll together.
Oomph. You're only 6 away from a special prize.
What is this?
Well, it wouldn't be very special if I told you now, would it?
It's salesmanship.
Could still be special, but it's a secret.
You look like you could use some dessert.
I'm fine, thanks. Come on, you go. You go. I'm right here. I'm just kidding.
Don't yell at me.
That's good. You
I tear Don's head off.
oh.
Oh, whoa.
Sandbend
Can
you
I
a
clear?
grave.
Oh,
Sorry, Carly.
Sandbend you a grave. That's fucking good. You won't need to dig your own grave.
Get in. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Let's just. Do you have what you need?
Yeah.
Good. I turn on my heel and start to walk away. Gasp. Back towards the boardwalk, I guess, away from this stall.
I follow.
Ever since I arrived at Republic City, I've had unlikely allies. People who would stick their necks out for me for no reason. Each one of them were part of the 3 corporations that make up most of the important commerce here in the city. Cabbage Corp, Varick Global Industries, and Future Industries. I like it how when I speak, all of a sudden you all just produce pen and paper.
Very important that we know what's
This is
going on.
necessary knowledge.
Well, it makes sense, right? Based on what you do. You probably make friends pretty easily in that sort of line of work, right?
I was initially assigned to come here to investigate them.
And
At this point now, when all of you lean, this is where he's like, maybe we should go somewhere where we're not quite as...
Yes, please.
Thank you.
I think we all have things to disclose.
I don't.
Okay, just me.
Yeah, Tatik's eyebrow just shoots up very slightly. Are those air accolades, by the way? They're back.
Are they definitely looking at me? Can I?
They are definitely looking at you, yes.
Bao's gonna shuffle to be like as far in the group away from.
Youngsu as possible. Yeah,
Yeah.
love that. Love that. I don't know.
What's with the teenagers?
I think there's something on my face. Is there something on my face?
Just a scowl.
His vest starts to
Amazing. Love
waver
it.
a little bit
Love it.
in the breeze.
I'm gonna turn on my heel and go what at the air acolytes.
Okay, so you go what, and they just fling their hands up, but in doing so, they're not.
Oh,
really
no!
activating at this
Fuck!
point. So they blow themselves back about 10 meters and slam into the side of a building.
Oh god! Oh, I rush over and like.
So you're running up to them.
Yeah, I skid on my knees to like try to.
He's gonna kill us!
Oh no!
And
No, it's not like that.
one of them hops on an air scooter, and then the others hop on her.
Yeah.
And they all just sort of try to make their way out of the...
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
I'd like to just try to subtly help their air scooter, just give it a bit of an extra spin. Like help them.
Whoa! And
That's so good.
they are now taking off, although one of them keeps looking back at you and keeps saying like, he's gonna kill us, he's gonna kill us.
I'm sorry. I shout after them.
Why is it always the hot ones that are so dangerous? And they're gone.
The hot one.
I missed something.
I think they think you're.
You know, I get that a lot actually. What's so funny? Something funny about me being from the Earth Kingdom?
No.
It's a perfectly great place to live. My village is the most beautiful place in the world. Thank you very much. Was anyway. I kick another rock into the ocean. Sorry. Thank you. This is the kind of sound effects I come here for. God, can't do anything right. What are they even doing? Whatever. Okay, Tatik, yes, you said you have something to say. You have something to say. Let's go find somewhere to just... I'm just gonna listen. Huff. Let's find somewhere to go listen. What?
Why don't we go back to the tea shop?
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can be on the lookout for any more bad guys trying to knock Kaiming's skull in.
You believe that they're going after Kaiming?
No. I believe she was an unfortunate bystander in the attack on you and us. The threat wasn't an attack, whatever. I'm gonna start humping my way away. Back to well, I guess we're going back to Kaiming's
I
tea
follow,
shop.
still keeping an eye out for Yating.
Unofficially referred to, of course, as Boba to go about. But whether or not it's not an official name. There's no name on the tea shop. But
Correct.
There is always seemingly a table that's just a bit further away from the others. It's a little bit shaded. Is this something that Tatik has already organized? Not entirely clear, but Kaiming does not seem to have any other questions in her mind that when the four of you arrive, she very gently shoos away some of the other people simply by offering them some extra boba for their already existing tea, basically just...
nice.
Now, when you kick some boba into the ocean, that'll be the moment.
Okay.
There's something different about how corporations work than nations. Nations have leaders. Sometimes these leaders are given that by divine right. Others elected. Some a show of strength. Some simply rise to become a leader when the time presents themselves. Birthright. But corporations, they have a different power structure. And yet, the power that they wield, it can be stronger than a nation if one knows how to apply it.
That is future industries now being written by the doctor of its doctor. Cabbage Corp, not a family. Family. No, like something like this going back generations or whatever.
Right.
Word.
Legacy? No.
Yeah,
And
something.
Barrick Global Industries is run by,
Well,
Barrick still.
He built it up himself.
yeah.
Yeah, of course,
So
yeah,
he,
exactly,
He
so-
follows this. The other two have.
Yeah,
family
that's
ties,
fair.
is my point.
Right. So, well, like if he had a kid. It doesn't matter. I hear you.
Yet the effect that they have on this city, on the world itself, it grows. And while it's tiny now, there is always the concern that because they create a product or push a mover or create an economy, they may end up being more powerful than the governments themselves.
They already have a pretty big effect on the world. Corporate activity is,
Profitable.
yes, profitable. At what cost? People displaced, environments ruined. The
And-
cost of making this profit, of gaining this power. Why are we allowing it?
Because people want what they offer.
The convenience of being able to walk from a steeper stand to a boba tea shop. And
Yeah, I know. Maybe people would be happier if they lived simple lives. Maybe people should just live simpler lives then.
no one's keeping you here.
Yeah, they are, actually. And then I put my face basically into my boba tea and go, and just drink it. I'm gonna stick my face all the way in. Not in. I know.
Hey, Young Soo.
I know.
Why don't you have some dessert? I heard it's really good. And talk a bit about what's bothering you.
You snort the dessert.
Do you actually snort the dessert?
No.
Should I? Is
I'm
what
just
I'm
fucking-
saying? Okay. If I roll an odd number, should I start?
I'll have some with you, but
I'm not sure how you would eat this. I'm just gonna like try to scoop up a handful and like just basically down the gullet.
It's. Do you actually just go ahead and do it?
I
or-
would start doing that if Tatik's
Okay,
like,
so
oh, but like I would start doing that.
You would wet a stick, roll it in the dessert, and then lick it off the stick.
I take my boba tea straw, which is already wet, and roll it in the dessert, and then go. Oh,
So it's. Have you ever had a lick-a-stick?
I mean a long time ago. Yeah.
Like, this is a very long time ago.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
essentially just sugar. It's like flavored sugar. This one has a little bit of salt to mix in with it. It's incredibly sweet. It would be great if you had too many hot flakes, fire flakes in your prune
That
stew.
doesn't exist.
Too many? Yeah. Never too many.
But yeah,
Too much.
it would be it would be a nice counter to a spicy meatball, but it's incredible. This is a dessert designed for children.
Okay. Oh God. No offense. This is I can't. I slam my straw back into my boba.
sorry, you didn't like it.
It's
Roger
not your-
Twy, I'd prefer not to. We have some members of our community, including myself, who suffer from said condition. Just be aware.
But I'm like, yeah, no, it's not your fault. Just not for me.
What's wrong?
Nothing wrong. There's a lot of bad people here, and they're doing a lot of bad things. And I think we just need to show them what they're doing is wrong, like what we did with Chew. Those Chuns. We showed them, and they're never coming back. See?
So you want all the corporations to do it?
No, I don't know. I don't know how they work. Maybe they don't shape up.
It's pixie sticks, except with a candy spoon that you then lick and dip into it to eat it, and then you eat the
Right,
spoon.
and then you eat the spoon.
I think the brand nowadays is called Fun Dip, but it's
Yeah.
like you literally have like a hard candy stick.
That's all. I'm just angry about the fact that there's a lot going on here, and what Tatik says is true. You know, these corporate motives, we don't know what they want.
No,
But
we
the
don't.
pain that they cause is undeniable. So who do we take down first?
Well, I think the first thing is that we all have a lot of, I think, different knowledge and goals among the group of us, but we're in this together, okay? So there's no sense in running off in anger, because that doesn't necessarily mean things are going to change faster. All right?
I'll believe it when I see it.
Let's see.
Humph.
Sounds like you're trying to guide and comfort.
It does. I am trying.
Yeah, I'm feeling.
So why don't you
That's
roll
right.
with harmony?
Good. Cool.
Sorry.
I feel guided.
Maybe comforted.
8. Sorry, 9.
9. Now, if Bao wants to help, you can. Basically, that would give you the 10 plus, which means that if they choose to embrace your guidance, you can also shift their balance if you want, but that would cost you fatigue. This is up to you if you want to help. Are you experimenting with fireflakes and bubble tea or boba tea?
Just like keep a little sachet of them at all
I
times.
think I'm going to leave it for now.
All right. So
See how this one plays out.
Well, no, I just like there was also an effort, but I just no.
there was an attempt.
Yeah. Completely. I feel like I was going with a very different tack.
I feel that.
Now, for you, you can choose to either embrace this guidance and comfort, in which case you can clear a condition or 2 fatigue. But then you can ask her any question you want. She has to answer honestly. Or... Oh, no,
Which
she
is
gets to ask
I get to ask you a
She gets to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Or either that or you shut them down, in which case you get a condition and you can shift his balance and response. So, what's it going to be?
I'm going to embrace.
All right.
This
Are you going to
guidance.
clear a condition or 2 fatigue?
This feels like a genuine attempt to calm my anger. I'm going to, if I may, I'm going to clear angry. That didn't work out quite as I expected it to. My bad.
That's not quite what I was
Oh,
doing.
fun.
So, you are no longer angry.
I think in this moment, like the sort of the fire fades a little bit from Youngsu's eyes, and he just looks a bit tired, like defeated, you know. And he's just leans back with his boba tea. Yeah.
Do you think that the group of us can make a difference? This
Is
is
that
the question that I would like you to answer honestly, please.
We have to say that
No.
in character at all times, right? It would be like, I would like you to answer this honestly. Yeah, I do think so.
Good.
Tatik, by the way, you get the distinct impression that Tatik is like... He's been looking at you with, like, somewhat of a questioning glance every once in a while. Ever since the boardwalk.
Can I enlighten you?
It would be rude of me to presume about your personal life, miss. Miss? Mister? Which one would you like?
Miss?
Mix.
Yeah,
Misk.
Miss.
Misk.
Yet it seems you have presumed. So, shall we place it where it belongs?
A look of horror comes across his face, and I am desperately sorry.
Thoughts, ponderings, wonderings have entered your mind. Let us find the truth.
And then, like, all the thoughts just explode out of his head, and he dies.
I open the package.
Box now, yeah.
Right there. Actually, high five all around,
I was gonna say it like
Yes.
yeah.
Well, for you, it's an Air 5. Have you wronged the Air Nation?
They like me.
That's the question, isn't it?
That is a question.
Hope not.
I am from the fire.
Yes, that much is evident by your clothing.
And so, is an odd place to my heritage, my ability. I'm not yet prepared for those conversations.
The Air Nation has at times been rather forward about what and who they would like to recruit. I am certain, however, that they will not force the issue.
As I said, I am not yet prepared for those conversations.
When you are, you know, we're here, right?
To unpack an entire nation's history, the eradication, or near eradication of people, their miraculous return. Quite long than that.
It is. I never said I was good at like reading or whatever, but I can try. Just saying we're gonna be here.
Yeah, I was gonna wait for break, but
I am fixing.
Oh.
well, I also think it's just like a power level thing. So I'm just gonna switch it.
Thanks, folks, in the chat.
We might even want to boost. I'm noticing it's pretty close to what the desktop is.
I've turned down the gate.
Turn down the gate. I don't know.
Oh, this gate key.
Oh, this gate. Oh, you mean this gate?
I was sitting further away. Crosshair, that's my bad. Oh, fix that up.
Stop being so introspective. Oh. Hold on.
I think the problem is that when we start, we all are like, da da
We're
da,
testing.
exactly.
One,
We're
two.
thinking, and we're
and then
being
we just
gentle and
get a
tactful
little down,
and,
and I just like
Yep.
kissing the microphone.
It's an
apparently.
intimate scene, and it's nice. Some lovely acting. Oh, God.
Smash
you.
easy with
Some lovely acting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. I'm just putting it out there. I'm sure Tatik and I'm sure Don agree. If there's ever anything that you want to discuss, we shouldn't feel
I don't.
The problem is that I don't see any evidence of malfeasance on the part of the corporations here in Republic City.
What do you mean? None?
I continued my work, but I've never been given any reason to think that they've done something wrong. Varick Global Industries has indeed created some magnificent and terrible weapons, but they have proven time and again that they're willing to be responsible with whom they serve and how. Cabbage Corp has done wonders to ensure that food deliveries have been made across the entire world to make sure that those who are hungry have access to whatever they need. And the owner of Future Industries has repeatedly stated that she has every intention of supporting the Avatar's efforts to maintain balance around the world.
Then what elements of these corporate entities that you call them, what element of them are causing all of the destruction of the natural world? Who is bringing the world out of balance?
What destruction do you speak of?
It's everywhere. Polluted rivers. Villages being destroyed.
Spirit vines being taken to make weapons.
My cabbages.
Evil corporate cabbages.
There's a statue of that guy outside Cabbage Corp, right?
Of course there is, yeah. He's
Like,
the founder.
isn't he holding up a cabbage like this?
Exactly.
It's really cute.
I imagine it's a favorite perching spot for spirits.
Look, I'm just saying I haven't lived here my whole life, so I've seen some stuff.
Too much.
I've seen too much. I've seen some stuff, and I just wonder then who's causing it. You said you've never seen any proof. Maybe they're keeping it hidden from you, Tatik.
It is a possibility.
So has your mission been unsuccessful then? Why are you still here?
He looks down at the satchel.
Right.
You still have a delivery to make.
And until I make that delivery, I cannot return home.
When I went back to the temple, I learned. Okay, well, we have there's a delegation from the Fire Nation at our temple now. We're actually having an official welcoming ceremony for them tomorrow. But I didn't know their names. The main one is Nao Oda. She's here.
Tatik shifts in his chair, and there's a moment where, like, genuine concern floods his features, and almost immediately after, he just takes a deep breath and lets it out.
you fear assault on your temple?
I'm afraid of that picture. They know where I go. I mean, I haven't done a very good job of hiding it.
That's your life.
The guide, they've been gone all day. That's not necessarily strange. Maybe I'm just looking for reasons to worry, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna find when I go back there this evening. Or who I'm gonna see.
You don't have anything to fear from Nao Oda, do you?
I don't want to lead her to you by accident.
I appreciate that.
But I don't really know how I can make a lie for you, either. Not when she's staying at my home.
Can you not stick to the script?
I will. It's a script I know well. Like, I'm good at it.
And
But what if she knows? What if she's seen the pictures? What if she's the one who ordered them? What if...
Kai Ming swoops in. She has, in one hand, she has a tray with a bunch of empty glasses and random straws rolling around on them. And she somehow is expertly kind of twisting that so that everything is rolling but never quite off the edge.
Nice.
But have you done anything wrong?
No?
Absolutely. Do you have any reason to believe that she might she might hate you?
No, but if she wants information and she knows I have it, I don't know what kind of means she might employ to get that.
Dear.
I don't know. The Order of Shared Knowledge doesn't have the knowledge she needs.
and what? She's going to attack your entire order?
I don't know.
And I will report suspicious activity from someone headed towards the temple tomorrow. Have a police officer wander past.
Okay. I can separate this. There's my order life, and then there's this. So the information that you need to know is that she's here in Republic City and staying at the temple. I'll take care of the rest.
You're a good friend. Miss, I am, again, seemingly perpetually in your debt.
If you're on a mission of peace, I want to help.
Once I reported back that it would seem that the corporations are, at present, not a threat, there was still the question as to what I was delivering from them. I do not feel right. As much as I was given a job, and as much as I was masking my true intentions, I also created a responsibility, a duty for myself, that I would see these packages to their destinations. It became a point of pride, and then beyond pride, honor, that I would never see the insides of these packages. No seals broken. The fact that there are those who believe that I may be unwittingly contributing towards something far worse, it troubles me. But I cannot bring myself to open these packages. Am I derelict of my duty?
If you walked away from your duty, would not someone else take it up? Would there not be someone else to do it in your stead? Would they not find someone else?
I can only
Less
imagine.
trustworthy, less honorable.
And I do not enjoy pretending to be an honorable man when I do not feel as if I've earned that right.
How can you say you haven't earned the right to be honorable? You live by a code and you mostly,
Entirely.
I guess, well, with one exception, respect it.
He opened a parcel?
No, he hasn't delivered one yet. And I know it's because you can't.
That doesn't withdraw his honor.
No, but it does mean that he's at an impasse.
I should put this away. I'll be right back. And he lifts the satchel and he heads upstairs. And Kaiming, from behind her bar, pulls the money on the dish that she keeps where people pay, pockets it in one of the many pockets of her very stained apron, and she has just a look as she looks up of sadness.
You done?
Yeah.
I just want to say the only way to address the unknown is directly. Okay? There's only one. When you have to walk into the darkness, you can only move forward. You're just gonna do it. Okay?
We weren't trained for espionage at the order.
I wasn't talking about this. I was talking about tomorrow. You seem worried.
I'm finding shadows in the middle of a sunny day.
That's when shadows are cast.
I'm finding shadows in the rain. Asshole. Okay.
I'll allow it. I was pretty pedantic.
No,
yeah.
I'm kidding.
Sandpit.
From a fucking... For a peasant, that was pretty pedantic of me, actually. I know, I'll allow it.
That was pretty. I just. I'm making something out of nothing. Maybe she's genuinely here to be a part of the delegation. There are answers she seeks in the spirit world, and I am honor-bound to help her find them.
She could be as much of a tool of Tarkon's as we were.
Exactly.
You're right.
We just don't know.
Or she could be as nefarious as Tarkon, and we bested him in a way.
We did, didn't we?
Yeah.
Do it again. You want us, like, undercover? We can be undercover there. I don't have any robes, but what?
Can be undercover there. I do not think that I could pass as an acolyte of Don's order. And I also
Why
feel...
not?
Don't you all know each other?
Well, too fancy. Not too fancy, just
So
fancy
your
enough.
your
Sorry, I
temple
didn't mean
is open to the
Okay.
public. At least
Yeah.
the ground floor is.
People are welcome all the time. Sometimes for a small fee, people pay to spend the week with us. They do extra chores and they're able to learn some of our rituals. They can meditate with us in the mornings.
It's a pretty sweet deal. Yeah, pay us, do our homework.
Yeah, that's
to.
great.
You can meditate with us, and maybe I'll go into the spirit world. It's not working.
In exchange, sometimes I do guided tours into the spirit realm.
Sweet.
They're pretty good. Mine are the best.
You mentioned wanting to keep these two lives separate, though.
Well, I might not have a choice. I want to, but
Then
whoever was communicating with Tarkon gave him that photo. I need to take that seriously. I can't just pretend that doesn't exist.
does your temple have a bell?
Bell?
Yeah. Or a gong, or...
Yeah, it's a bell. Yeah, there's a bell.
We call it Bing Bong.
I will spend my day tomorrow in hearing distance. Convince your group that bell ringing is some part of the tradition, and I will come.
Thank you.
Why are you splitting up?
Oh, hi.
Yeah, storyteller. I mean,
Kaiming.
yeah.
Kaiming comes back over, and now she still has her tray, but she's emptied it, so now it has nothing on it. But she does have 3 small glasses of water, which she places by each of you.
Thanks.
You know, the last time I checked, even Seekers were allowed to have friends.
I guess I could ask if you could join as spectators.
And if nothing else, we'll just wait for the next guided tour, right? We'll be there.
Okay. Thank you, both of you.
Yeah, of course.
Kai Ming just starts to cry, runs off.
Thank you, Kai Ming.
I saw. She falls off a cliff.
Oh my god, no! What the shit, Kai Ming?
Jesus.
Craters.
Oh my god, Kai Ming!
She lands on a nuclear bomb.
Oh,
Republic City is destroyed.
Oh my god.
Kai Ming,
Yes.
Yes.
why did you seem sad?
I'm trying to think of this, because in fact, Guide and Comfort would be a move that you could use to try to get her to answer you.
Okay.
But maybe she'll just answer you anyway. Who knows? I'm just gonna see. I'm still trying to learn. Trying to make sure that
Yeah, of course.
I'm trying to catch when the moves are being used because I don't want to fuck that up, right?
Mhm.
Ever since he moved into the room upstairs, he's been carrying that thing. I don't think he knows, but I've noticed. And it eats at him. I get the impression that he does a lot of things because he's told to. And this is something that he's decided is important enough for him that he's telling himself to do it.
Know a bit about that. How about you two?
Not really. But
You never had chores,
Frick.
plenty.
so you didn't do things because you were expected to do them.
What was the question? I thought I had to.
You grew
I
up
need to
knowing
do
a
the-
certain way of life, and so it became what you thought you wanted to do, but then you wondered if you ever really knew what your other options were.
No, actually. And that's not to undermine anyone. I grew up knowing that I was going to farm. I was going to.
But you aren't farming now.
No, I'm not. I just never had a chance to examine my other options before they happened.
Bing bong? You start hearing bing bong.
I'm sorry, are we going with this?
No, we're not.
Okay.
Your order's bell is playing. It's getting close to dinner time.
I should get back. Oh, I have to hit up the market on the way home.
What do you need?
And I start rattling off things that we were low on.
Hold
like
on a second.
some dried produce, stuff like that.
Kai Ming goes, and then she goes down into her own cellar and comes up, and she has
Oh, she's so nice.
most of what you were looking for.
Thank you. Here. It's money.
Oh, she here.
It's drugs. Yeah.
It's dessert.
it's dessert.
Yeah.
Dessert.
Sorry, my bad.
It's nose dessert. She does take the money.
Thank you.
Go on, get out of here.
Say bye to Titty for me.
Yeah, we will.
Okay.
You're gonna be great.
Shoo.
Shoo.
Oh, Dasher.
She's never been able to leave. She's still where she started.
I get that.
Seems like you didn't want to leave what you had, but you have.
Yeah.
And I did want to leave and did.
So we're all on new parts of our journeys, I guess, kind of.
I wonder if she wants to leave. I say, looking down the direction of the street that
There's
she went.
just a dust cloud.
Yeah, of course, right?
Is there like a perpetual dust cloud?
Yeah, for sure.
And like
Big Pen.
Big Pen. I was thinking, yeah, just like all around. Yeah, love that.
I think it might be time for a 5-minute break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If people need it.
I would love to pee.
Cool.
Oh, it's done.
Oh,
Job.
Less cool.
good
You
job.
know where all of our cleaning supplies are. Have
Thank
fun.
you.
It'll be a bit of a longer break
Thank you,
today.
Erwin. Oh, jeez.
Kidding.
Har, har, har.
The fact that Erwin is granting permission for this is kind of the best.
Queen, come on. Scott, are you getting out as well?
Nope, I'm good. I'm
Okay.
good.
Do you want more tea?
Not for me, thank you.
John, do you need more water?
No, thanks. I haven't even touched it. I should.
Do you require anything, or are
I'll
you
get
getting
up
up
in a
to?
minute. Yeah.
Well. Break time it is.
Now, for the sake of expediency, I'll just leave you two alone together.
Woo! Wait,
Aragorn, enjoy. I assume you're done with this.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate it.
You're just upset because there haven't been any tunes.
When I ride shotgun, I usually pick the tunes. Thank you, sir.
Is that
I'll take a nod. That's very good.
is that the way that you exist in your car? That you pick the tunes?
Yeah, the thing is, like, as you're well aware, I'm almost always the driver.
Yeah.
But I would, if I was going on a road trip. Driver. If I was going on a road trip and I was driving, I would absolutely let the person shotgun pick what we were going to listen to. That's cool with me because I have my own playlists and stuff. But like, I'm always up for new things.
So my problem is that I often have my phone plugged into the car because I want the directions,
Right.
and so therefore it's also my music.
Oh boy.
But I'm always like, oh, I hope whoever's riding likes what I'm listening to. Inevitably, it's just like Kids Bop.
I do have a horrible memory many moons ago of being in a minivan. Like, it was the job that Liz and I had working for Parks Canada, but it was the year before she joined. We were driving somewhere near the end of the summer. We had all gotten to know each other, and the boss was like, who wants to put on the music? And I was like, oh, I do. And then, probably because I was trying to impress him, I was like, I have this great playlist of like classics. And he was like, awesome. Now, I don't know what possessed me, John, because it was, first of all, it was not that. It was a playlist that was made for me by Rachel Kess, a name you perhaps have not heard for a long time.
It is a name that I have not heard.
It
in quite
was
some time.
all indie music from 2008, 2009. It was all
Those wouldn't count as classics.
Nope. Well, this was in 2008 or 2009. There was one song from the Beatles on it, from Abbey Road.
Okay.
Not their most well, I love that album, but like, and anyway, at some point during the drive, he was driving and he turned around and he went, what the fuck is this? He really spoke his mind, but I was so embarrassed. I died inside a little bit.
I mean, I think that's legit. I don't think you have to worry about that.
It's one of those, like, wake up at 3 a.m., like, oh God, do they still remember? I don't know I don't keep in touch with any of the people who were there anymore.
I remember just knowing in my heart of hearts, because the only music that ever got played in cars growing up were like what they would call oldies
Right.
back then, or like, easy rock.
Yeah, it's a nice
of thing.
genre, sure.
Like the most outside it would have been like the Eagles,
Oh my God.
which is like really not that far out of
That's
it.
still rock and roll, for
But
sure.
like it's at some point I started enjoying electronic music, like EDM, dance, trance,
Yep.
and I was like, I can't play this for anyone. Like I
It's too
felt
outside the
I
norm.
felt underground because I was like, nobody plays this stuff, and of course it was just like nobody in my family
Right, of course.
at the time.
Yeah. That's so good.
But no, but it's not radio play music, right?
It's
Like-
true.
Daft Punk is
Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. Everything that's wonderful is what I feel. We're together.
Daft Punk is plenty successful, but I feel like you don't like when Random Access Memories came out. Get Lucky got radio play,
Yes.
but I feel like so little of their content, much less the much deeper pool of EDM, just doesn't get radio play. So it is sort of like there is an underground aspect to it.
But then I remember feeling badly about it, and I remember some people being like, "You listen to that stuff," and then I put on some Daft Punk, and then of course everyone was like,
It's really hard to not bop.
I mean, it's like the Beatles, like the
Yes.
gateway drug of that sort of branch of.
I think
Agreed.
for some people, the genres of music that they identify with becomes like this comforting kind of blanket. And then the idea that you can step outside that blanket becomes weird. And it's a tribalism sort of thing. Like, well, but the people around me listen to insert genre, and we don't listen to insert different genre,
Mm-hmm.
right? You'll get a lot of people who be like, country music, never. And like, there's a lot of country music that
Sing
you could
along
probably
to
listen
Shania
to.
Twain.
Yeah.
Sure, that's fair too. Yeah.
As much as she's pop country, it's still country.
No, definitely. And I hear you, and I agree that like we often get, I'm gonna say stuck, but like we fixate on the playlists we make for ourselves because they make us happy because they're the things we like. But then, yeah, I at least personally I try to explore genres I don't know a lot about, and specifically I'll ask for recommendations.
Lies. You and I both know that all we ever do is put Mega Pre-Qualifier on repeat.
Look, how else am I gonna drive 8 hours, John?
Anyway.
That's why I love the challenge of making character playlists, because you want each one to sound distinct, and sometimes that means that you're trying to delve into different like genres, but maybe you know fewer artists. And so for me, I end up going with the Spotify like similar artists, and then I just do a deep dive into like music that's more unfamiliar. I love it.
Just before we come back from break, Deftones.
Hey.
Well, now we're gonna have to try that. Crosshair just has a quick question before we come back.
True, I think.
Is Youngsu a last name, first name kind of thing, or just a name?
It is a name. It's clearly not a mononym because there's a hyphen in it, but like it's a name.
No, it's a mononym. You
Okay,
have
great.
one name and it's Youngsu.
Youngsu.
Because people don't call you Young.
No, correct.
Or if they did, then that would be a nickname.
Right. Which I'm.
Can Dawn make glass as a sandbender?
I would need to join forces with a firebender, I think.
So the answer in this particular case would be that, but or it would be it would be an advanced form of bending, similar to like lava bending, metal bending,
Lightning bending is another.
lightning bending, healing
Yep. So cool.
is considered one, blood
Yeah.
bending.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's because that's altering the state of sand, which is something that is quite an advanced technique. So currently the answer is
No.
no.
However, if I'm just gonna put an image out there in the universe of Dawn stamping a foot and having dust come up and then forming into diamonds and just shooting at people's eyes.
Yeah.
Totally rated MA. Yeah. No, that's awful. Death of Obsidian Butterfly.
Tatik returns and looks around for a moment.
Dawn had to go.
The bells.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But she said goodbye. She
That's
said,
good.
you know, yeah, she said goodbye.
It is impossible to resist the call of Bing Bong. I'm not. I really can't. I don't think we can keep that up. I don't think Bing Bong is going to be a thing.
I love the idea of
Yeah.
naming the bell.
And yet I don't think I'm ever going to
Naming
forget.
it after the character
From Inside Out.
yeah.
That's true. Now
Yeah.
that I think of it.
Yeah.
Well, we could call it the Wang Shi Gong, but I
The
feel like
Wan Qigong!
Do that.
No. Now
that'll
we
just
need
piss him off more.
one good play on. He would be really mad.
He's like, I'm gonna keep the library locked up longer, thanks to you assholes. We'll
Every time you ring that gong, it's another year.
we'll call it the like tome or something. How about that?
Acolytes, the tone.
The tome.
Tome,
The
tome.
It's what all the new acolytes call it behind its back, though. They definitely call it Bing Bong.
I'm down with that. That's fun. Wow, I had an idea that might.
Bing Bong.
I'm gonna kick that guy right out of the fucking order of passage. I'm gonna
Kick him right in the bing bong.
I'm gonna kick him in the bing bong. Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. Oh my god, please no.
Oh, my ding dong Bing Bong.
God damn it.
Damn it, Terry. Okay.
And soon.
Yes. No, I was thinking about something that we could try to do to help Tatik here. Probably after we maybe Don can come along too. I don't know a lot about how this city works, and I feel like you probably have a better handle on it. But there's government here. There's all sorts of levels and layers of institutions that work with different places around the world. Surely, somewhere, there's a directory of diplomats who would be involved with the Fire Nation, and perhaps even not a registry of fire sages in Republic City, but someone who would know the lay of the land here in terms of the cultural landscape of Republic City. We could
Their
find this.
traditional garb does stand out in a crowd, but there's a delegation from the Fire Nation going tomorrow.
We could ask them.
We could see who forms this delegation.
Be so convenient if there were some fire sages.
Or persons adjacent to.
Right, yeah. Anything of the same. That's a great idea. Okay. We'll call mine a plan B though.
And absolutely.
I just think it would be good for us to know kind of the lay of the land here, and being able to access just being able to know who calls the shots would be good. I
Wouldn't
think.
that be President E?
Yeah, I guess. Us has like a council or something. Youngsu is not up on the government of Republic City. I don't think he knows anything about it.
And
I'm also not
do
entirely
you want to
sure
roll
what
to
the
see if you're
current-
pushing your luck?
I don't know if I do actually. Like, I feel like no. I've just kind of, yeah.
You're trying to actually know the
gonna
information.
be like,
You're okay with
No,
that.
Bao was like,
Yeah.
oh, President Yi is in charge, and therefore, and I was kind of like, oh, there's probably a council, but I don't know. So I'm just kind of leaving it.
You mean President Judy? No,
Lee.
Zhu Li. Li.
Yeah, so it's
Not
President Lee.
Not Yi.
Oh yes, thank you.
President
Lee.
Li.
Do the thing.
Right,
Julie is doing the thing for Republic
she
City.
is. You're right.
Just like Angela Bassett. There's too much context required, Alex.
Thank you. I was gonna say, wow, that's quite a reach.
Those who know.
What do you think, Tati? With this, we've got a few avenues to pursue to see if we can find these fire sages. I like whisper across the table.
I don't have a quarrel with the Fire Nation. I don't have a quarrel with any nation, as far as I know.
No one said anything about a quarrel. We're just trying to help you make sure that. Oh, and then I point at where his satchel was, and I forgot that it's already upstairs. So I
How
redirect.
embarrassing for you.
That thing, I point upstairs, is able to get delivered to its rightful owner.
And yes, I think that tomorrow is not serendipitous.
Mm.
We can find our opportunity elsewhere.
Good. Okay.
When you are approaching your temple, there's a grand sort of set of steps that lead up to a very small courtyard outside the front. It's a small, there's a small kind of grassy area and a garden. So it's a nice place for people to sort of stand. It's like the equivalent of a park that your temple has agreed to maintain. And sitting on one of the park benches, there's a young man about your age, and he's got 5 candles by 5 candles, so 25 in a row in front of him in a square. And you see him take a deep breath, cleansing breath in the nose, out the mouth, and then he just starts flicking his fingers in small gestures, attempting to create and pull away fire from these candles. You see an image, obviously it's only 25 candles, there's not a whole lot here, but you see a circle, and then it goes out, and a square, and it goes out, and then a very gentle kind of flower. But as he's doing it, you see that his hands start to cramp up a bit, and and the candles are remained lit, but now it's just some random pattern as he just flexes his fingers.
Is he one of the acolytes, or is he?
No, he's not an acolyte.
Okay.
He's wearing Fire Nation clothing. Specifically, when I say Fire Nation clothing, it's from the Fire Nation, not it's red themed from Republic City. It's
It's like fabric.
Yeah.
Maybe.
robes,
Yeah.
pants, black pants, a lot of blacks, a lot of reds.
Flamio, hot man.
So I'm like
Oh, he's
halfway.
flamio.
I'm like halfway through braiding up my hair again because I was kind of doing that on the way.
dust in your hair.
Yeah, it's not great.
Classic Don.
Perfect for a fancy dinner.
Hello?
He looks up and startled. Oh, hello.
Hi. I'm so sorry to interrupt. I was just passing through.
Oh, I'm afraid you're not interrupting much of anything.
May I ask what you're trying to do?
My master has tried to teach me control through the use of this, but I find that the more I try to control things, the more it slips through my fingers. I was waiting to show somebody. I don't think she's coming.
You could show me. I'm sure it's not the same, but
Okay.
I settle on the bench, like at a respectful distance.
Presses his fingers, trying to relax them, and then he tries again, the same sequence: circle, and a square, and a rose, and then his hands again start to cramp up a bit, and at one point the center candle is too brightly lit, and so it burns down more than the other ones, and then the other ones kind of sear and
I think you're anticipating.
Anticipating?
I think.
She said that she was going to join me here.
No, I mean, I think you're anticipating the next shape in the sequence rather than focusing on the one you're creating now. I think that's why your hands get ahead of the rest of you. They're already making the next shape.
His hands, by the way, are immaculate. We're talking like this guy's got manicures.
I've
or at
got
least has one.
sugar and sea prunes under my fingernails.
Fucking
Try
nasty.
to tuck them
Sorry.
away.
Nasty.
That's, I mean, I don't know anything about firebending, but that's just what I saw. Do you want to try it again?
Okay, but I feel it only fair to say, I'm not very good at this yet. And he
It's okay.
square, no, circle, square, flower. And then the next one is a division across, and then it turns into an X, and then his fingers cramp up again.
Just focus on the X. Form that again.
He does.
And now what's next? How does the X become the next thing?
I think I forgot.
That's okay.
And he puts his hands down and the candle snuff out. And you know when you blow out a candle after like a long dinner and it smells like so good? It's like that sooty sort of like just a waft of that. Sorry. Rises up.
I mean, we don't come to the temple because we already have all the answers. That would be really boring.
I think I'm going to remember what you taught me. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's the number one thing that they had to teach me really young.
I kept wanting to jump from one activity to the next, and I realized I wasn't enjoying anything.
My name's Jai.
Done.
ZHAI, if people care.
Oh,
We
we
care.
care. ZH.
He was described as a real flamey-o, I believe, is what you said. Did I mistake that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Whereas-
everyone suggests it's XHAI, and I like that better, so now it's going to be XHAI.
Works for me. Good name. Strong name.
Are you with the delegation?
Yes. Yes, we're staying just
You're in the guest wing.
oh,
Have you seen your chambers yet?
no.
They're great. You have a view of the garden. It's my favorite spot in the whole temple. There's a fountain.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I should probably be getting back.
Yeah, there's a big dinner planned.
Oh, there is?
It's to welcome you. I mean, the official welcome ceremony is tomorrow. So, if we're overly
Are
formal,
you going to be
that's
there?
why. Yeah, I have a pretty... I'll be there.
Okay. Thanks.
You got it. Bye.
Bye.
The casual walk
that's
turns into an all-out
always
sprint.
how I see it in my mind. Yeah.
Oh god.
Now, what are the two of you doing?
I mean, having drinks with Tatik. It sounds like
Yeah, I was gonna say.
mashing faces together. Oh my god.
Bored, wanna fuck?
Yeah. Nice.
No, it's the wrong campaign.
Damn it. Wrong.
You know what we
thing.
need? We need a button so that I can just bring the MA down just every time we start.
Literally.
Welcome, Raiders.
Welcome, Raiders. You're right in time. Let's do. No,
No.
I'm kidding. I think, at least certainly for me, like, I might try to see if I can press Tatik a little more, but otherwise I would just be resting before the delegation's arrival tomorrow.
Well, the delegation. So technically,
sorry,
the
the
delegation is
delegation's-
arriving tonight.
Yes.
But for
Tomorrow is their
Tomorrow's
opening. It's
big
like the
event.
ceremony.
Yeah.
Their
Right.
official welcome.
Right,
so
right.
It's more
My
casual.
apologies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you trying to find from him, though?
Well, so if he's still kind of here at the table, he's put his package away. Look.
Yes, I put my package away. I keep it under my bed.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm worried about anybody stealing it. No one has shown that much interest in the package ever since I started carrying it. I still feel responsible for it.
Right. Well, it was imparted to you in a way. Do you remember anything else about that day? Anything that might help us?
You mean the day that the fire sage gave me the package?
Yes, and then was taken out.
I remember hearing a very strange sound when I left the island. It sounded like a whine. Something low-pitched that went up and up and up. Now, Bao, could I ask you to let me know what is your training?
My training is in technology and in air.
So, what Tatik is describing sounds an awful lot like an electric coil charging up.
Like one used in a Satomobile, one used in one of the mechas.
It,
Like,
it would be on a higher scale than a Satomobile. A Satomobile runs on an internal combustion engine.
right.
This is more of like taking something from a battery
Okay.
or potentially even a spirit vine.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
I see.
That is weird.
Seems like quite a unique sound. And was the set? And you say it was? You heard it as you left the island,
As I was leaving the island.
and you heard it coming from the island. Or
Yes.
Something you're familiar with?
not so specifically that I could exactly name it, but it seems like there was some sort of quite advanced contemporary technology on the island, which is rather peculiar for somewhere with the fire sages who live their lives to uphold the traditions and pass them on to be known by the next generation of fire sages.
Right.
Not exactly prime candidates for the newest Satomobile.
No. So if they're not hiding something, then maybe someone else was.
So the tea shop owner Kaiming has turned on a radio, by the way, and then abruptly the song stops and you hear, "We bring you now the news bulletin." Everyone immediately is like,
Yeah.
You're going to be performing this news bulletin for us? Yeah?
"The government of Republic City has announced that the citizens displaced by the spirit portal several years ago have finally all been found." How am I going to put this?
Rehab?
Sure. "They've all been granted new land and new opportunities as their houses have been built through a combination of efforts from Varric Global Industries and Cabbage Corp. We go to now." Now, can I ask, what's your adversary's name again?
My adversary's name is Takada.
"We go to now to Councilwoman Takada."
There's like an absolute, like Youngsu's hands close around the edge of the table and grip it tightly.
Like, not to the point where you're like denting the table, or like you're not like, are you flexing the table? Are you going to break the table?
I mean, not on purpose.
Okay.
I'm like, what's the sense motive? Like, what's the role? But it's not.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And through the crackle of the radio, "We are very pleased that everyone has been given the opportunity to find new life and new happiness here in Republic City or abroad. As we welcome the spirits to our land, we are so pleased and proud that we have given everything that these people who have been rehoused what they require for a prosperous new life."
I'm gonna regret doing this, but Youngsu like leaps up suddenly and throws his boba tea glass at the radio in an attempt, I guess, to turn it off.
The
but,
radio.
So I'm in so much trouble. This is so...
Can I ask you to?
I'd like to roll to like just divert it. Like,
Yeah.
it'll crash into the ground, but I would like to attempt. To.
I'm so here for this.
So let's see. Well, that seems like you're relying on your
my
skills and training as an airbender.
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind. I will not be
So I'm
helping
gonna roll
you.
with focus.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah.
That is a 10.
Okay.
Nice.
You manage to catch the glass as it's being sent towards the radio, and then it lands ever so gently on the bar. I assume, like, or do you want to return it to you? I guess you can actually send it right back into his head if you wanted to.
What I'd like to do actually is to save the glass, but let the ice smash onto the ground, so there's still a bit of a like smash as
So
intended.
you catch the cup, but not
Yeah.
the ice.
Yeah.
I assume that though you're not letting the ice smash into the radio.
No, let it crash into the ground just
Okay.
before the table or wherever it's sitting.
Kai Ming looks up, and she just looks like disappointed.
Damn it.
Is
It seemed
something wrong?
like positive news that people have been given new home.
She's not telling the whole truth.
What sort of truth are you looking for?
Councilwoman Takada is lying to everyone. She may be rehousing people who have been displaced here, but she's doing it by taking land from other people.
I assure everyone here
Fuck!
that the government has everyone's best wishes at heart. That was Councilwoman Takada addressing Republic City and the world around. And this has been the News at 6.
Or whatever. We'll play out it.
6:30 in Newfoundland.
Yay! It's part of our Canadian heritage, for sure.
Part of our history.
Youngsu is absolutely
and yet
embarrassed.
you claim to know nothing about the political situation here.
I don't know a lot. That's the problem. Bao,
But you know she's lying.
yes. I know she's lying because everyone I know lived their whole lives, generations, in my village, Ondon, further to the north of here, in the Earth Kingdom. And one day, they simply came along and took it from us, and they pushed us out. It's gone. And it's all gone now. I didn't know why. I thought it was maybe because they were trying to build new factories or new mines or something. I wasn't sure what it was for. But I vowed that I would come here and I would find out. And I would make sure that the person who did this knew what kind of pain they inflicted on the world. Kind of like make eyes at Tatik. That's the kind of thing that I thought the corporations were doing. Turns out someone else under our nose the whole time. God. I know she was the one responsible for this. And now she's saying she's rehousing people from here. She's not talking about the cost of what she's doing.
Tatik's eyes start studying the tabletop very intently.
Mm-hmm.
So, corporations are to blame. This councilwoman is to blame. Who else is to blame?
I don't know. Maybe it'll never stop. I hope that's not true.
When you don't want things to change or progress, you would have preferred what? We stop 5 years ago? Perhaps 100 years ago?
I'd probably prefer around the time that everyone I know was moved out of the homes that they've been in for thousands of or hundreds of years. Yeah, that's around the time I would have liked to stop progress. Wow. I'm not saying I'm against progress. I just didn't. Everyone I know has been hurt by this. Everyone I love. And I'm here to make it right because it's not.
But does that wrong mean that any change is wrong?
There's I feel like you can see the gears turning across his head. No, whatever the phrase is there.
Yeah.
No, I don't. No, I don't think that.
The little hamster just starts
Yeah.
going.
So,
And then it's really tired, so it goes.
this councilwoman was involved in this. Does that mean every council person is inherently evil?
I don't know.
Some corporations were involved in this. Does that mean all corporations and their employees are inherently evil?
No.
How
Probably.
do we focus? Find those responsible without painting them all with the same brush.
In other news, Councilwoman Takata will be paying a visit to the Spirit Portal tomorrow
Holy shit.
after lunch.
That's convenient.
Universe?
I love. Oh my god, after lunch.
Fuck all of you.
No, I
This is
love
incredible. This is the best way to give us info.
it. Yeah, I love. Yeah, please continue.
I was
Yeah.
like, okay,
Brilliant.
we'll deal with the
Yeah.
thing to next episode and then the episode after.
Yeah.
No,
No, it's all gonna be one
right,
thing. It's gonna be great.
All in a happy bundle.
Oh my
Love it.
God.
That's true too.
It was between songs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I totally. Look, it was a flash.
Anyway, here's
Flash.
Wonderwall.
News flash.
Flash. Yeah.
Councilwoman Takata. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with her, but damn.
She was seen sporting a beautiful Armani pantsuit at the opera this evening.
And walking her pet turtleneck.
Yay! Oh, fashionable too.
Call me a gorilla coon, but I think that this is the bee's knees.
Oh, I love this universe. Good time. You're right, Bao. You're right. I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna focus.
Pay no attention to the man behind the green curtain. Being some Earth Kingdom.
I just think I know that you're right that we have to, and my focus is on her. And I point at the radio. Yeah, that's my focus. I want to know what she knew, what she's doing, and why she's doing it.
Then let's focus. on her. Be the knife, not the. I don't know.
I don't know anything about art.
Be the knife, not the what?
Paddle? I don't know.
Love
Not
it.
the
Obsessed.
mallet.
I want Youngsu's thing to be
Insert
him constantly correcting
fire.
people's like
Yeah.
attempts at
Flameo, hot.
Flameo on.
Yeah, if you don't know what to say, just drop a flameo and
Flameo,
run away.
Yeah, be the
Look, I know it's a little pedantic for a peasant, but
torch, not the bonfire. There we go. That's an appropriately fire
yeah,
nation.
that feels pretty. That's
Terrible.
nice. Yeah. I still don't know a lot about art, but okay. You've given me a lot to think about. And I start sharpening my staff. I'm just kidding. Whoa!
Shit.
Both ends, just like making points of them. God damn. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Thanks.
There's no thing.
So, Bao,
I was thinking cheers, but I realized that your glass was
Bao,
somewhere
it
else.
feels like that was trying to guide me.
Guide comfort,
Our good friend.
absolutely, 100%.
So I'll have you roll with harmony, please.
Everyone's so nice. I'm gonna guide and comfort next session and fail. I hope not.
Yes, my strong suit, guiding and comforting. Yes.
literally can't wait.
Hey, look, you gotta try it, right? I don't think there's any
2.
You straight up rolled a
Whoa.
2.
Well, 3 minus 1 is 2. Yes,
yeah,
that's how
yeah,
numbers work.
that's
Iconic.
heavy.
Well, cool.
So.
You don't get any of the effects. There's no penalty for
Oh, good.
for missing.
Not one of those.
No.
Yeah.
It's too bad. I think negative effects in this instance would be really funny.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I will
I
say
mean, you
that-
failed, which means I get to make a move if I so choose. But at this point, I don't see a move that would. Wait, yeah.
Stares at the
Flash!
No splash.
Someone failed a roll, and so therefore.
Oh my god. I think Youngsu looks tired and is just kind of like, thanks. Maybe we should get some rest. It is 6 o'clock after all.
You've had a big day.
Yeah, it's actually really fair. Good point.
Yeah, you fucked up some tunes.
Shall we meet at the temple? At breakfast.
The order of passage. I'll
I
be there.
like that. We have breakfast at 5 a.m., my friend.
Well,
I will be bringing my own.
But we do have a second breakfast
There
for
we
the
go.
tourists.
What about
Yeah.
second breakfast?
Second breakfast, best temple ever. Sold.
Well, it would make
I'm
sense. You
converting.
probably prepare food, enough food for everybody, but you
it.
eat first.
Yeah.
That's it.
At the start.
Yeah.
Like family meal.
I love how we're just creating this on the fly. 'Cause
Oh, it's
I'm
beautiful.
super into it so far. It's been great.
Anyone from Nickelodeon is watching. We're like happy to discuss the sharing of IP.
Oh god.
That just kidding.
Right here if anybody needs me.
Councilwoman Takada.
I'm Councilwoman Takada.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely. Like, woo! We love.
Thumbs
There's
up.
no such thing as puke that I don't enjoy. Wait,
Can you just do me a favor?
Yes.
With that voice? Can you say Lady Sophia?
Lady Sophia?
God, so close yet so far, yet so close yet so far.
It's not quite. Lady Sophia. It's a bit more of a rasp.
Yeah. Alternate universe version.
Wah, 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 wah.
Oh god.
Gross.
Horrifying.
Yes. Breakfast tomorrow.
I've opened
Oh,
the
God.
throat. That's really how I do it.
Throat chakra.
Ah, yes. The throat. The famous throat. Once I've opened the throat chakra, I'm suddenly way more popular.
Oh. Youngsu is going to retire to his lodging.
He's going to retire to a beach.
I'm gonna go. Yeah. I'm just gonna go way off the end.
Lady Sophia.
Similarly as this bow.
At the dinner, there's. All right, we'll actually just make sure that, because I'm gonna accelerate it to the point where all of you are together again, because that is fun. But I will say this: when you have the dinner, you do not see
No.
Nao She's not present. There are 5 Fire Nation people who... The problem is that the one who speaks the most is incredibly boring. So boring, in fact, that you notice that there are several of the acolytes, including some of the higher placed ones, seemingly having difficulty staying away.
Oh no.
Ruh-roh.
Is Yating back?
Yating is not back yet.
Perhaps they are guiding someone in the spirit.
Mm,
You would know, I guess. Eh?
This
One
would be a
know.
good dinner for them to be present for, so it's a little.
no, Yating is not there. They're going on and on about how important it is that they reach their heritage, and part of their heritage is, of course, in the spirit lands, and they're doing this whole thing where they're mansplaining the spirit realm to your order.
I think we got a hammer and a successor right here for this kind of shit.
And, just this one person, though. It looks like the other 4 members of the contingency are equally frustrated
How's
or
Jai?
bored. Jai is...
How's our
He
sweet
keeps
bean?
sneaking, like, looks up to you with, like, a little bit, like, eye roll, like, can you believe what she's saying? Like, oh my gosh. And then going back and eating some more of his food, but he only risks it once or twice.
Excellent.
When you're headed to bed, there is a soft knock at your door. It's a special knock, a knock that you recognize.
Oh, thank God.
What is that knock? So a...
Couple little heartbeats there.
Yeah,
Okay.
a couple heartbeats.
Sorry, that's what it
Scott
sounds like
made
to
it
me.
cool.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It is a knock that you recognize.
I sprint to the door. It doesn't take very long.
So
It's a
it
small
goes wham.
Oh, splat. Yeah.
It is Yang Ti.
Yating.
Yating.
Yes.
How about I pronounce the names correctly? Yating.
All those letters were in there. Just
Yeah, I would
not-
agree,
I
yeah.
just
It is
didn't
Yating. Yating has their hood up and tied tightly so that it just forms a tight circle around their face. This is typical. And there's this kind of conspiratorial smile on their face, like, I wasn't doing something I was supposed to.
We don't hug. That's not our relationship.
your thing.
But like, I do a kind of thing where I like
What up?
pop up on the tips of my toes
Oh, that's
and then pop back down. That's sort of become the subconscious greeting.
You missed dinner.
I may need you to cover for me.
I need to cover.
We have known each other for a very long time, and I have seen you grow and flourish into a magnificent seeker. And now you must seek your way into returning the favors that I have been bestowing upon you your entire life.
What did you do today? I was worried.
I may have met someone.
Excuse me?
I promise you, I will tell you all I can in time. Just... You needed to send me out for provisions, and I was... I need an excuse, and they are
the seeker
flushed,
sent the
like...
guide out for provisions? No one's gonna believe that.
so cute.
Ah.
I'm not very good at coming up with excuses.
No, and you left without telling me, so I came back and you were gone and I got worried. People were asking me where you were. You left shortly after me. I didn't know I was supposed to cover for you. What do I do now? You missed dinner. It was the most boring dinner ever. Okay, the main delegate won't stop talking about how spirits are actually just us, but they're like mirror reflections of us. Like they don't even have their own individuality or agency. They're all anyway.
He was a farmer before he came to the city. You've never seen such strength in arms before. I'll tell you more about it in the morning.
You can't leave me like that.
And they
Damn it, Yachting!
float on.
Piece of shit!
God damn it, God damn it. Oh, Sky Bison.
I like this.
What? How Sky Bison is a swear?
It's a swear word now, yeah, for sure.
Sky Bison.
I'm gonna Sky Bison.
Oh, no, not that kind of swear word.
I'm bisoning.
Monkey lemur.
Yip yip.
Yep.
Wow. Monkey
I
lemur.
yaped.
Well, at least they're okay. I dig through my satchel and pull out the dessert
Yeah.
and leave it before Daihong's door.
Okay.
Just leave it just outside, and then I scurry back to my own room and I take out.
package of drugs.
I do,
Yes, and
yeah.
leave it outside.
Sugar
Good, good.
drugs, of course, as one does.
Yep,
And
yep,
then
yep, yep.
I would have delivered the provisions to the kitchen earlier, and then I take out the gift that Tatik gave each of us. So I take out mine, and I like go to put it up on the wall, and then kind of remembering who's in the temple right now, I tuck it under my mattress instead. Just in case. But I spend
Are
a
you
bit of
thinking?
time looking
Are you
at
thinking about the Fire Nation delegation,
it. Just in case.
or are you thinking about now specifically, or
It's if I mean I'm concerned
Jai?
that there's anything that now could tie back to Tatik.
Mm.
I wouldn't want to seem like we knew
That's
each
fair.
other at all. So
That's fair.
I make a point of hiding it, but I do spend a long time looking at it because it looks so cool, and I've never been to either of the poles.
nobody's ever given me a polar thing
No
before?
one's ever given me a polar thing before.
What's on yours? I wrote
Mine was a happy face.
face.
It's just a smiling face.
Face
It was so sweet.
and sun? And sun?
Yes, it is a sun with a smiling face.
Yeah.
Face and sun.
Yeah,
is what I wrote.
Don's is a smiling face with sunbeams coming out.
It's quite cute, frankly. Alarmingly. Here's your treat.
The following morning, because I'm accelerating.
Yeah, let's, Oh, can we clear, sorry to interrupt, can we clear fatigue?
Yeah. You can each clear. I think it's going to be 2 fatigue, because I assume that you've all returned to places
Lodgings.
that you have.
Yeah, mine are not nice.
So that's, let's stop that rotation there. So Scott, I'm gonna reduce 2 fatigue for you.
Thank you. Yay.
Liz and I each clear our 1 fatigue.
Yes, indeed.
Perfect. Thank you. Done and
We'll have to figure out exactly how to balance fatigue, obviously. Like,
Yeah, it's hard.
I don't want it to be that it's just like, oh, I spend fatigue. But it's 2 weeks later. Womp womp. Right?
Yeah.
Like, we'll figure it out. But for now, I'm very happy with this. Okay. It is a gorgeous day today. The sun is shining, but there's a nice cool breeze coming in from the ocean. Has the slight tang of salt and sea prunes on it.
They're everywhere. My God.
But when you make it to the temple, it has a glorious decoration. Has happened overnight. There are now ribbons that stretch from the temple's various windows as kind of like almost like rays emitting from it, but they are very gently glowing. They're on fire, but clearly they're under control to welcome this Fire Nation delegation. And breakfast is being served outside. So there are various blankets that have been set up in a perimeter. It's not the fanciest. It's not great for like the most dignified of everybody, but it's seen as sort of like, well, we're here. We are returning. At breakfast, we acknowledge nature. We acknowledge the part that spirits play in the world. And so
There are always a few empty seats in case spirits want to join us for these.
Absolutely.
these
There's
public
right now.
breakfasts.
There's one purple. There's a purple spirit with 6 little stumps growing out of its side. which is sitting down. It has this big, wide smile and 2 slits for eyes here. And instead of hair, it has grass that just is growing out
so
of the
cute.
top. And it's
Fantastic.
sitting back, and it's got a big tail so that it can lean back without needing a chair. And it's there, and you see that one of the acolytes has very carefully laid out some breakfast for the spirit, who seems very pleased and is going
Amazing.
and pulling some of the food towards itself. So the 2 of you are there as well?
Yeah, I don't know if Yongsu has like many changes of clothes or like more formal. I don't think he would have more formal attire.
It wouldn't be necessary, not
Yeah.
for this outside thing.
But he's made an effort to like make sure that his face is clean.
Oh, okay.
He's made as much effort as his hair is short. Can't do anything with
That's
it.
kind.
He'll braid something later. I don't know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Usual attire. And upon first entering, would take a moment to observe what folks are doing in terms of, do they bow in greeting? Do they sit cross-legged or kneeling? Or
So none of the fire delegation is outside yet. So far, it's only acolytes. In general, the acolytes are actually quite welcoming. There isn't a lot of formality when they're outside the temple. This isn't a ritual.
yeah,
This is more of a community
Exactly.
thing.
It's an opportunity. It's meant as community building between humans and spirits. So that means it is open to all humans and spirits. And it is intentionally done without any kind of hierarchy.
Cool. That makes sense.
Yeah.
and yeah,
John
polite
and I
greeting
just-
to whoever
Sounds
is
good.
by the door, and then where can I sit?
Don is waving at both of you when you arrive.
Yeah.
And gesturing to some cushions that are as close to her as possible.
Yeah, we can come and join for sure.
Meander over and settle.
So the ceremony will take place right after breakfast. As the Fire Nation delegation comes out, Bao, your cousin, Jai,
The cousin specific to the named cousin in my backstory?
no,
No, different cousin.
different cousin.
Yes, I have a very large family, so this is fine. I just wanted to make sure.
Yes.
Okay.
No, very specifically, it's not that cousin.
Cousin's cute.
Otherwise, I would have asked what.
Oh, so Jai
No.
is my cousin.
For sure.
Uh-huh.
Let's play it out.
Fantastic. Okay, my cousin Jai, yes.
Don gives an extra wave to Jai
Okay.
as he comes in.
Now, Jai hasn't immediately noticed you, Bao.
Sorry, can you tell me where the closest walking is?
Oh, yeah, sure. I can show you if you want.
Points
Perfect,
to a
yes,
tree.
please. And I'm going to take a slightly firm grasp on your sleeve as we go.
Okay, and I start walking at a
There's a
healthy.
quick pan back, and Youngsu just looks at the spirit and goes, "Sup," and eats some rice. Thank you. Me too.
And then with its little stumps, because
God.
it doesn't have hands,
I didn't mean. Oh,
scoops up a little bit, so like there's some rice on top of the stumps,
yeah.
and gets up and starts toddling over towards you, holding some of the rice.
Oh. I will go to take it, and I'll offer some in return.
Oh. And with its other stumps, it takes what you're offering and then turns around. Its tail's a little too long, and it's not really that like aware of where the tail is, so it kind of bumps against your hip, and then it toddles back to its blanket and then sits down and then goes, oh. And then you hear this like muted little like as it starts clapping 2 of its stumps together.
Unbelievable.
As we're leaving the garden, first I get distracted by that,
Yeah.
and then
happening. In the
Yeah, we like look over our shoulder. We're like, wow, it's so cute. Anyway.
as I'm
Anyway.
leaving, I was if Bao makes sure that their face is hidden to Jai, I do go like, "Good morning, Jai," as I get pulled away.
Yeah, it turned further.
Now, Jai.
Yeah.
How about we talk about who Jai is?
Yeah, a cousin from probably a somewhat more distant family branch.
Jai is considered to be one of the leading military strategists of your family. While he is a firebender, he is known for his impressive strength and volume of output of flame. Precision is not his strength, except when it comes to military maneuvers. He's not a general, not yet, but there are rumors that he may become one of the youngest generals that your clan has ever seen.
Nice. Good pull. Sorry. Good punching up. Isn't
So
it?
I don't know if you happen to have any extra clothes or anything that you can help me to hide with, but you see that I realized that I
He is your
perhaps
direct cousin, by the
took
way.
a risk by coming to the temple the day that there is a Fire Nation delegation. I mean, it's a big nation. There's a lot of people in
I
it.
abruptly, as this is going on, I abruptly turn our trajectory so we're going to my room and not the bathroom because I think I'm starting to make some connections.
And so that's my cousin. Not like my third cousin 3 times removed, like my cousin. Like, he'll definitely recognize me. Maybe I can sweep the
Slam.
floors.
Dot.
So, Jai's your cousin?
You bet.
Yeah. Yeah, I met him. He seemed nice.
He's certainly competent.
You can feel free to inject whatever you want here.
Okay, so he's your cousin, and you don't want to see him?
I might not be on so much of like a vacation so much as on a
Did you run away? Did you run away?
That is a way that someone might phrase it.
You bailed.
That is another way some might phrase it.
Don
Yesterday
looks the
you were
opposite of
talking
disappointed.
about whether or not we've thought about leaving the path destined for us, and I recognize that you are still walking the path destined for you, but I have strayed from that path.
One of the acolytes is headed towards the ceremonial chamber, sees as you're passing by, and goes, "Not much longer now."
Just get ready.
So yeah, just give me a mop and bucket, and I will
How well does
Stay-
he know you? Would he
Your
recognize
cousin
you?
would absolutely recognize you.
what he is to the military branch. What the family thought he was good at in terms of some aspects, they thought I would be good at in terms of other aspects. So we were similarly talented and had similar expectations, but in different facets. Not that we're that important or anything.
Don tucks that away for later.
Press X to
The spirit has now finished its meal and has decided to sit over. It gets up. It toddles over to where you are. It sits down. You know when somebody sits down next to you and like they clearly haven't judged the space properly, so they kind of sit a little bit on you.
Yeah,
and
you're like,
slide off.
oh, okay.
So it's
all right.
doing that. So it sits down, slides off you for a bit, and then just goes. It just leans against Youngsu, and then lifts one of its little stumps and puts it close to your hand.
put my hand down, like, on top of its hand. Stump. Thing.
Interesting. Are you someone who has a lot of experience with spirits?
No, hardly any, actually.
Oh, no.
It
But I
seems that
guess-
this one's taken quite a liking to you.
Seems so. We traded some rice.
I see. Well, do you have a name, little one? I suppose that's as good a name as any.
Alright, that's written down as H-A-A.
H-A-A is just ha now from now on. Yeah, for sure. We're visiting the temple today. I heard there was going to be some sort of delegation from the Fire Nation.
I suppose it's obvious, isn't it? She smooths out the front of her robes and kneels down.
Naturally.
Well, no, of course, but I'm yeah, tell me. What's her appearance?
Aragorn, golden, most problematic character. No.
What's her appearance rating? I know it's not this kind of game. Anyway, sorry, please tell me.
Jet black hair. It is tied into a... sorry, it's not tied. It's a short, like a pixie cut.
Okay. Yeah.
She has the just a gorgeous complexion, but in each of her ears she has 2 earrings, each one of them a very like a blood red sapphire in each ear. She doesn't seem to be carrying any weapons, for what it's worth. However, what is interesting is that despite the fact that she looks very formal in her robes, the boots that she's wearing they go above her knee, and they look like, even though they've been polished to a shine, they look like they're quite rugged. Like, these are boots that can go anywhere.
Right. Okay. So it would be appropriate for me, with my experience, to actually question. I have one of my backgrounds is military, although I would argue that military background is like quite provincial and limited. But
It's still military.
yeah, would I be able to recognize whether these would be boots like that are either standard issue, or like, do they seem military in nature?
They are more navy in nature, actually.
Oh, okay.
Now, that doesn't necessarily... She's not wearing any other identifying naval outfit, but tall boots are generally used because then if you are wading in water, then it's less likely to get in over. But these are very, like, fashionable boots. Like, they don't look like, you know, I just came down from the harbor. Yar, yar. But yeah, tactical sandals.
That's it. No, that makes sense. That makes sense to me. Oh, that's what Dawn wears, I think. Dawn.
I wear my tactical sandals. Yes,
exactly,
indeed.
at night.
I mean, they're not thigh highs in that they're not like all the way up. They
Right.
go over her
Over the
knees.
knees.
Short cropped bobbed hair? Was that
Pixie
A
cut.
pixie cut.
pixie cut?
I was like, tied back? No, pixie cut. Pixie cut, yeah.
Well, I'm obviously in the presence of someone very important. My name is Young-Soo, and it is an honor to meet you.
I wouldn't say that I'm important, not compared to my companions. My name is Nao.
There is a strong attempt to not reveal anything.
Okay, so that sounds like you're trying to trick someone.
Yeah, it sure does, doesn't it?
So why don't you roll me your creativity?
Goodness. I always forget which one rolls. Or I always forget. Yes.
Young-Soo passionately dumps his face into his scrambled eggs in an
That
attempt
passionately.
to hide his
That would be
face.
good. Here we go.
God.
What was you said creativity?
Yep.
Oh, 6. Just.
There's no one to help you.
Yeah, that's what it is. All right.
If she notices that you recognize her, or at least the name, she gives no sign.
Have you traveled far?
All the way from the Fire Nation.
Must be very important then.
No. I've always wanted to see Republic City. It's beautiful here. There's so much vibrancy and life. It feels so forward, like stepping into the future.
You'll forgive me for saying it. Wonder if the future's all that it's cracked up to be. There can be a dignity in a simple life as well. Just my observations from being here a few more weeks.
Simple. I don't know if I've ever known life to be simple. Whether it's in the mountains where I studied, or whether it's in this city.
In the mountains?
Yes.
What did you study?
Well, there's a very specific form of firebending. I don't want to bore you.
That wouldn't be boring to me at all. I find it fascinating.
The spirit who's next to you
Uh-huh. Sure.
has also like leaned forward a bit as if echoing you, being like, oh. Back to you two.
Awesome.
So I'm still very happy to be here and keep an eye out for you and all of that, but I need to not be as obvious as initially intended.
Of course. Okay, so I have a few options for you. There are wardrobes in the Grand Chamber. The Grand Chamber is where we have all of our really big deal ceremonies. All right, so if we go down now, you can hide in one of those. The room will be empty. No one will see you go in there. And then I'll come back and get you when the ceremony's done. There are also windows if you'd rather be outside, if you want to have a quick means of escape. Or if you want, you can just stay up here. Yongsu will be there, and we'll find a way to get to you if we need your help. Windows. Okay, great. You still want to borrow some of my clothes?
Probably, or like a scarf.
Great. I start digging around. Everything's sage-colored.
That's perfect.
Okay. Do you mind if I do your hair kind of acolyte-y?
Yeah.
No one will bother you.
Yeah.
You can be like raking leaves and
Yeah.
stuff outside.
There's a knock at your door. It is not the special knock. It is just a standard, like,
I'm going to crawl into under your bed. Roll under your bed.
Incredible.
done.
I recognize that voice.
And I like
It is one of the more senior accolades. By the way, what is the... I would assume that there's a pretty, like, equal mix of gender
Yeah.
people around here. So this is one of the more senior, less of an acolyte, much higher. Than,
Yeah, somewhere, because I feel like there's acolytes, but then there are more senior acolytes, and then there are the seekers, there's the guide. Like, there can be other levels in between that. Kind
Yeah. So
as we see fit.
we'll call this one, Monk's really more of an Air Nation name, so we'll call this a...
Like a navigator, maybe? Something like that?
Yeah, sure, a navigator.
It's all about the search.
Don, we're almost ready to begin, but we've had a request.
Okay. What is it?
May I come in?
a breeze, like, I feel like Dawn probably makes her bed, so a breeze would, like, suddenly, like, have
Shift
the blanket, like, sort of askew to further conceal it
When
under the
Dawn
bed.
Beautiful.
sees this, she
Yeah.
lets the door open and lets the person in.
All right. So that seems like you're trying to trick somebody using your
Yeah.
airbending.
Yeah,
So why
I
don't you
am.
roll with creativity?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Is that something you're good at?
I'm good at creativity. I'm a
There you
creative
go.
person.
I love that.
I got 8.
Okay. So you can pick one of the following. So either this navigator will stumble and you'll take +1 forward to act against them. They'll act foolishly, which will give you an additional opportunity, or they can overcommit, in which case they're deceived for some time.
Overcommit.
Okay. Sounds good.
They will not exist for years.
He comes in. The Oda clan has already agreed to give us a rather significant contribution in order to step for only a few hours into the spirit world. And they've specifically requested you as their seeker.
Oh. Sure, I can go with them.
Excellent. You will be taking the entire delegation. Don't stray too far from the entrance of the portal. We don't know how they'll react to being in the spirit realm.
Keep it tourist light. Got it.
For now, it would seem that there's interest in seeking answers. This is an introduction. We're jumping into the pool.
I'll of course have sessions to eke out the questions they have before we set foot in the portal.
Of course.
As is tradition.
I can't tell you how much we appreciate this. And he sits down on the bed.
Oh!
There's one other thing.
Yes.
By the way, the door is kept open. Like, he's not, like, being secretive about this. One of the members of this clan, they are not a member of this clan, of a different one. He is the one who specifically requested you.
Who is that?
He goes by Jai?
Oh, he requested me. And Dawn's face starts to flush, and she thanks the universe that Bao was simply hidden under the bed.
We just want to be sure. We don't know why he's accompanying the Oda clan. I don't believe that is a cause for concern, but if you could let us know, we'd rather not make any faux pas.
No one steps over the threshold into the spirit realm with one of us as a guide without having really solidified what questions they want to ask. I'm going to sit down with everybody who plans to go and make sure that they know what they're looking for.
Thank you.
Going
I'm
in with
so
a
glad that
cloudy
you
mind
understand
won't
it.
help anyone,
And
right?
he steps up. His feet kind of smell. They're close to your face.
I make a cross breeze between me and the feet.
Yes! Smell ending.
I'll see you at the ceremony.
I'll see you soon.
And he steps out. He looks like a load has been lifted from his shoulders. A fat load.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
God! What the fuck?
Shit in my bed?
Oh, it wasn't his feet that were smelling.
Shit in my bed? Did he fart in my room? Did he crop dust through the hair? What are we doing?
More like Aspen.
Ending. The most forbidden of arts. Oh no.
What the fuck?
Oh Jesus.
TVMA, right? We're so mature here,
we're
folks.
super mature audience.
Yeah, I'm really going to need that button.
Yeah, it's on the list.
All right. Fart bending is a thing, but that's more airbenders.
Yeah.
Well, when the door is shut securely, Dawn kind of
Change of plans.
opens a window. What?
I need to somehow join you.
What? Why?
Because they're probably looking for something they can use to their advantage.
You think Jai would use a tour of the spirit realm to try to take spirit vines?
To locate them, to suss out where the tactical advantage could be gained.
For what? For what means?
Whatever means necessary.
To get what? What, march on Republic City?
No.
Then why would he want to know about the spirit portal near us? This is the quickest way to travel.
It's the quickest way to get into the spirit world, the place that has all kinds of untapped power.
one of 3 places to get into the spirit world
The
quick.
closest and
Yeah.
the most central.
Yeah.
I hope you have a really good disguise.
No. No. I think it's not going to be.
Do you...
I will wander my way back out. Thank you for trying to help me. I'm going to have a think.
Bow, whatever you decide, I've got your back.
And I need to have yours going in there. I need to join that delegation.
Just want you to know that I'm here.
And thank you.
Try the gray stuff, it's delicious. Don't believe me, ask the dishes. They can sing, they can...
Are you from the Earth Kingdom?
Indeed.
Where?
A lovely little place. Village of Andang has a long and storied history, but I now don't want to bore you.
No. Andong sounds like a lovely place. Was it a city known for farming, for manufacture?
A brief 1,000-yard stare. Farming.
I grew up in a farming village.
Did you?
Before I went to the mountains, yes.
The village sits at a place where 3 rivers meet, and there's quite a legend involved in how these 3 villages came to be one. But, no. A home story, perhaps.
Are you a farmer?
I was. I live here now, not too many farms in Republic City.
I used to do whatever I could to help. I was quite little, so I couldn't lift very much, but my father always told me that if I could take care of the animals, if I could make sure that they felt comfortable, then the wool would be that much stronger, the milk that much sweeter.
What made you leave that behind and go to, you said, the mountains to train?
No one else in my family is a firebender. Once it was shown that I had an ability that I couldn't control very well. I was sent to learn in the mountains. I always thought that I would be returning home. But look at me here, Republic City. And I'm about to go into the spirit realm, where you live, or used to live. Have you ever been? I'm hoping there are answers there. Answers that I could really use.
You seem troubled.
I feel like I'm standing at the edge of a cliff. And I can see out, and everybody wants me to take a leap. I merely wish to know what's down there before I jump.
That seems... It seems very rational. I'm not always quite so... forward-thinking.
You trust your instinct.
Exactly.
My instinct is telling me that everything's wrong.
Everything. Your family, your training, the world?
The 2 people I'm looking for. Something tells me there's something very, very wrong. Do you know these 2 people? And she pulls out 2 photos. One of someone in an acolyte's outfit, a seeker, and one of a technologist airbender.
Oh, shit.
and the spirit next to you pushes up around your arm with its stumps and then fuses the stumps together and is now hanging off your arm. It's very important that I find these two as soon as possible. And I think we'll end the session there.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh, indeed.
Oh no! So many twists.
Well. Looks like being a nobody in Republic City sure helps. Yes. Guys, I'm going undercover. Don't
Session
worry.
3, we're both dead. It's just Youngsu. Here we
Just
go.
The Youngsu show.
The Adventures of Youngsu.
Youngsu!
And
And ha!
Reminds me
Yay.
of the turtles.
The
Yeah.
turtles, yes, of course, yeah. It's a little different. It's a little
rude.
different.
yeah.
I mean, awesome.
Clonk, clonk,
Oh my. I mean, I will say awesome, but terrifying.
John, my food. I got a notification that the food should be here very shortly, so Jesus, there it is.
Woo!
Damn.
Food. I will get up and you guys can start answering questions. Ha 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 ha.
Ah, give you some more time to think about them.
There we go. We're mature.
Oh.
Immature? Do we have like a
A
little,
little eye. Immature
Aragorn,
audiences only.
Aragorn, how are you gonna update the chart? Not that you have to update it every week, but like,
No, it's super strict. I don't know. No?
I feel like just so much has happened in terms of the
Yes.
of the kissability
in
index?
terms of
Yes.
the kissing scale.
The KI?
The KI.
KPI?
What's
Bit
gonna
different.
happen?
KPIs are key performance indicators, but also kissing potential
Oh,
indicators.
very nice. TT, thank you. Yeah, that thing. Yeah. I feel like, just as an observation, I feel like a lot happened this session, and I am subsequently very excited for next session and probably the one after, because it feels like we've set up this really exciting drama right away. It's always kind of one of my favorite sessions to be like, wow, a lot happened. And also, next session's gonna be great.
That's
like it's
it.
the best.
And we don't know. We legitimately don't know who to trust as well. So there are all these people that we're like around, but we're not sure
You can trust me.
if they're actively trying to kill
Young-soo.
us.
Jai, the Flammenwerfer.
Flammenwerfer.
I assume that's a Werfer and not Werfer.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
New ways of bending. That's right, TT. Ooh.
I'm Twitch bending. Not very well.
Hey, we're doing okay. Huzzah.
Well,
Yeah.
what this does mean, though, is that we have a few questions that we're going to be asking as soon as Kate returns to check your growth. Because who doesn't love growth? And we can even see where you're at right now. So we have made a change in the way that we hand out growth and make advancements in this game. All growth goes into a communal pot, and once it reaches its maximum, in this case 12, everybody gets to advance once. This keeps everybody on the same level of advancement. And so therefore we get to exalt in each other's successes without worrying about our own.
I have to assume. Sorry, I realize we did kind of touch on this last session. Each playbook has their own ways of earning growth as well, in addition to the question, in addition to the other questions. I have to assume if it says mark growth, that's 1.
It goes in here.
And if it says take an advancement, that would be 4 growth.
Yes.
I would assume, because otherwise,
Yep.
just like everyone just like boop, levels up all at once. It'd be pretty wild.
If it's taken advancement,
yeah,
then there.
because
The thing is, if there's does your playbook have that?
it does.
What is it? What is it?
When you successfully accomplish your goal and defeat your adversary, take a growth advancement and choose a new adversary. Because it's meant to be like the end
Right.
of a big chapter. Right?
In that particular case, what I would then say is that we'd add 4 growth here. If the growth didn't fill out entirely, you would still be able to advance right away because it's kind of like the moment for you, but then you wouldn't advance once the thing.
Okay, no, I like that. That's
You
cool.
just get to have it at that moment because that was like your
a
special
thing. Okay, cool.
thing. But yes, it would mark 4.
Whoa. Nice. Okay.
So, there's some growth questions. Why don't we go through them? Did you learn something challenging, exciting, or complicated about the world?
I learned that smooching is complicated. Yeah, for sure. Just refer back to my notes.
So I feel like Bao learned a bit more about the source of Youngsu's chip on his shoulder, and that because I feel like thus far he's kind of been talking about like everyone's the enemy, but now the specifics are starting to come clear. So I would say yes, that's what I learned.
I like that.
Bao? Bao bao papa. Bao 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 papa. Anyway, sorry. Youngsu?
Yeah. I'm gonna pass the buck if that's okay. I'm just gonna think about it for 2 seconds.
For sure.
Don?
Dawn learned that if she's going to uphold the responsibility that she has to her order, that may mean working with people that she really doesn't know if she can trust. But this is a part of her role and responsibility, and she's always, at least at this time, always going to say yes to that. So we'll see how much that backfires.
I learned that Nao Oda is specifically looking for Dan and Bao, which is a challenging thing to accept in his personal view because he doesn't know that they're anybody special. He knows you're special, but he doesn't know.
I feel like neither of you
about Bao.
fully understand.
No, not at all.
Order,
We're like,
but,
you have a
Dawn
job.
likes
Like
it
a
that
monk
way.
or
She doesn't
something.
want to
Yeah.
talk to you.
I have a feeling like this question, this did you learn something challenging, exciting, or it's going to end up being the what did you learn?
Yeah.
I don't think I care as much about it being like something complicated or challenging about the world. Like I just care what you learned.
Right.
So I think this is going to be one of those things that you're probably just going to mark every time. But I'm okay with that.
For me.
Did you stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem?
Not this session. No.
No, I don't think you did. Did you guide a companion towards balance or end the session at your center?
I'm at my center.
I am not.
Me neither.
And you did guide me, but not towards balance.
Yeah.
You helped me to. Well, I mean,
I cleared your anger.
yeah. Mechanically, you didn't put me in balance, but also I just feel
I would feel like that counts as guiding someone towards balance
okay, cool. Because
because you cleared the anger.
Yeah.
It's true, because you were one towards force. And even though I didn't push you back towards care, I feel like removing the anger was still like...
The caring act.
I'm going to say that in this case it is. If we find that we're answering this question too often, we might scale back and it will have to be about
That's
balance.
fair too, yeah.
But yeah, and are you at balance currently?
I'm still one towards freedom.
Okay. And then each of you also has a unique question for you to answer.
I always forget. Right.
So, we're going to start with you, Youngsu. What's your question?
Did you make progress towards your goal against your adversary? No. But I did learn something about my adversary, which is, I mean...
But it looks like you might be making progress.
Yeah.
pretty soon.
Yeah. I'm mad at it.
Bao?
Do you learn something meaningful or important relating to your lineage, its members, or its effects on the world and others? And I'm going to say yes. Now, whether or not that's true, what Bao has started assuming
That doesn't matter
doesn't
to me.
matter.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
It's personal.
their mind is like, oh fuck, I know what's going on here.
Did you accomplish a feat worthy of your burden and tradition? I don't think so in this one.
Not this
We're
time.
building towards it if
Mhm.
the spirit walk happens.
Hell
but,
yeah.
yeah.
However, you did mark all the growth that you needed to mark. So each of you gets to advance. You can do that between sessions. Maybe post about it on the Discord. Scott, you want to highlight a play?
Yeah, I want to highlight Kate. I want to highlight the scene after grabbing the glass mug from Youngsu. I want to highlight that scene as a way of reframing, like you attempting to reframe Youngsu's perspective based on your perspective and like needing a more global kind of, not a more global view, but a more focused view. I felt I initially chose as my connection to Bao, wow, like they have a way to solve problems with words instead of fists. It's really impressive is the sort of phrasing here, but I felt like that was a really good, unique way of implementing that in the game. It was really cool. Yeah.
Kate?
I want to highlight the world building that you're doing for the air acolytes, like all of the little things that you're throwing out and building it out. And I feel like it feels real. And I know that's a team effort, but like I know that you started with the impetus of I'm gonna be part of a group, and like I'm just loving all the ways this is building out, and all the different ways that I'm seeing Dawn interact with her people, like how friendly she is with Yating, and how put together she is with the navigator. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I really loved. I mean, last week, Scott, you ended the session with the condition angry. And you started this week with angry, and you went right into it, and that is fucking
Petulant,
hard.
but whatever.
That is really hard to do, and it seemed grounded. It seemed rooted in something very true. And then when the guide and comfort happened, and it kind of abated, that also seemed really grounded and true. So just like, well done, because it's a word attributed to your character, and you managed to make it work really well. Awesome. And then that juxtaposed with his association with was wonderful. Was just
It's a
great.
cool,
so
it's a cool
sweet.
spirit. I'm feeling we're going to adopt a mascot pretty soon, though. Might be rough. We'll see. Can I fight with it?
Hop.
It's
Yeah, it just stops anyone from wanting to fight because it's so cute. It's the ultimate weapon.
Yeah, there you go.
That's it. We got to take it with us.
Oh, that's it. The temple felt very real to me. And we haven't even seen like all of it yet, but the sort of, again,
You haven't really seen the inside of it.
no, not really, no, but like speaking of the world building, it's just the people inhabiting it and the sort of like little rituals around it, and the idea of someone kind of being there to sort of be in a spiritual place to try the candle thing, like all of those little
Like
touches.
the little breadcrumbs.
Yeah, they really contribute to building up a sense of space. It was really nice.
And despite the fact that we tried to split the party, and despite the fact that we each have all these different backgrounds, you found ways to tap in new information for all of our histories.
It's incredible. It feels like we each have our individual hooks and our
Yeah.
individual lives, but they do intersect at ways that make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Hopefully, we'll see.
But-
So far, so great.
Yeah.
What do you mean you're my mother? How is that
Crosshair
possible?
has a chaos question for you. Which one of the characters is most likely to cause a boba-related controversy?
You almost did
All
today.
right. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll allow it. Boba-related controversy.
Okay, which I think is totally fair.
From my boba tea. Hot. Ugh. Controversy.
Folks, I'm pleased that people were here. Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget, you'll be able to have a look at the prologues recap to see how these three managed to get together. That's on YouTube now.
Yay!
We powered that one out. We totally whiffed on sending that out to you, but next time. And also, just to know that we are looking forward to doing this again, but there are things coming up perhaps during the week.
We have to keep the week populated somehow between awesome Avatar Legends sessions. On Tuesday evening, I've been having a really good time with Tornado Macaw speed dating. So I have to take it to the next logical level, Tornado Macaw Messiah. I am going to attempt to play the prologue to the game I Am Jesus Christ, which is an action RPG where you play as Jesus. I'm really excited, guys. I know.
I may have to.
It's literally iconic.
I'm really excited.
We started to watch a Let's Play on YouTube. It's just...
Anyway, please come and
Yo.
join me. I really hope it works and it's not stupid.
I'm reasonably sure that I'm going to be able to stream something on Wednesday. We'll have a look to make sure that that's what's happening. It may be a clinic hours. I may be doing a clinic hours here on this channel, twitch.tv/RPGClinic, just because I'm not sure what to play in terms of video games, but I do have some thoughts and feelings about RPGs lately, so that might be it. So take a look.
Friday, we are continuing Punchy and Boy, God of War Ragnarok at 1800 on my channel. And then on Saturday at 1500, we are continuing Drew Crew, Nancy Drew, and the Phantom of Venice
which is looking way spicier than our usual Drew.
Unbelievable, this book. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. 1700, you can catch Doomed, which is the Arkham Horror LCG. Sometime earlier in the week, stay tuned to the Discord. Crosshair and I have like probably an hour and a half to finish up a scenario. So we're going to try to maybe squeeze that in sometime during the week, but we'll see.
Sunday, we'll be back here with our 3rd episode of Avatar Legends: The Mirror Scale. We'll find out what happens when everyone regathers, if they regather.
God.
What if we go through and then break the spirit portal? Like, is that like?
Jesus Christ.
What if we do that? What?
Wait, no, that's what's happening on Tuesday.
Hey,
Purpose.
my
Oh,
man.
Folks, thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks especially to Aragorn Kung Fu Fenris and the Crosshair for sitting here helping us
God, yeah.
keep us safe, all of that.
And shout out to those of you who came in with the raid. I know you came in
Yes.
halfway through, but thanks for sticking around, those of you who were able to.
Thank you.
If you enjoyed what you saw here, do us a favor and let someone else know. Or find a community, post on Magpie's Discord, or I know Kung Fu Fenris did at one point for our session 0, which is super appreciated. Post on Magpie's Discord, Reddits, forums, all of that, just because it's nice to have people here. Because we're always headed in a certain direction. It's this way. Actually, it's this way. This way. Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
I'm always pointed left, but we're headed up and to the right. We'll see you next time.
Bye.